Welcome into historic Bossy Field as the Evansville Otters taking on the Gateway Grizzlies for the second time in 3 days before they head to the All-Star break, before the long road trip to end the month of July. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday night version of Otters baseball. I'm Lucas Macklin, and hopefully Evansville can get back into the win column as they enter tonight's game. Currently on a 10-game losing streak. It started back with the 3-game series against Mississippi, where they played some close games, especially that last game on Thursday, but couldn't come through. And then the road trip, where they got walked off 3 separate times and just couldn't find a way to win some of those close games. And then last night against these Gateway Grizzlies, a 12-3 loss that really got out of hand early. With that, let's take a quick look at the standings. First in the Central Division, Washington's still atop the division at 30-25. A game and a half behind them is Lake Erie at 27-25. Florence stands at 24-30. They are 5.5 games back, and your Otters are currently 21-33. They are 8.5 games back of the Washington Wild Things. Looking at the West Division, Schaumburg stands on top with a 34-20 record. They are half a game ahead of Gateway. They are 33-20. Schaumburg will be finishing a game that was suspended in the 8th inning and then playing a second game today. Mississippi stands at 28-27. They are 6.5 games back. Joliet at 26-28. They are 8 games back. Another team that has really scuffled as of late. And then finally, the Windy City Thunderbolts currently at 19-36. They are 15.5 games back. The Otters hosting the Gateway Grizzlies, who enter at 33-20. Evansville enters at 21-33. Mentioned trying to snap that 10-game losing streak that has really scuffled their season. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday night, and you're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and on 96.9 WYIR. Speaking of the Home Team Network, they are the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. Check out the Home Team Network to sign up today and get a front row seat to every Otters game this season. Quick recap of last night's game in the 12-3 loss that really got out of hand early. Evansville went down 9-0 after the first 2 innings, and offensively, they just couldn't really fight back. They only managed 8 hits in the game. 6 of those came from the bottom 4 in the lineup. Quickly look at Logan Brown and Ellis Schwartz, who both had 2-hit nights. For Ellis Schwartz, he also had an RBI single that did score Logan Brown in one of his at-bats. And then David Mindom had a 2 RBI single as well that got Evansville their 3 runs. Again, it's just a game that got out of hand early, and hopefully they can do better today. Looking forward to tonight's ball game. Let's look at a couple of keys for the Otters, and the first one is score early. I mean, this team has done well at times this year at scoring early, but a lot of times when they do that, they don't back it up, and the opponent starters get into a groove. Hopefully tonight they can go out there, they can score early and score often and not allow the starter, Lucas Weinbergs, to get into a groove. That is a huge part of their recipe to success, because this starter, Lucas Weinbergs, has had so much success at this ballpark in Evansville. Another thing to look at is that Gateway themselves play so much better late in the games. Many times this season, because of their starting pitching issues as well, they've gone down early, but they have fought back late. You cannot fall behind this team and expect to have a good chance at coming back, because alongside a team that plays really well late in games, they have an elite bullpen headed by guys like Alec Whaley and Keegan Collette, who are both all-stars for a reason. They are both extremely, extremely good. They are so hard to score runs on. You know, that game in Gateway where Evansville scored 6 runs on Alec Whaley is incredibly rare. We talked about that. He's allowed 8 runs, and 6 of them came in that game. You cannot go down against this Gateway team, especially in those late innings, the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, and expect to be able to come back late no matter how good your offense is. So if you're Evansville, when you take the lead, you have to keep the lead. You cannot give it up late, but that is going to be tough against this Gateway team. As I mentioned, when they do play from behind, they play very well, and it is going to be a tough thing to do. But for Evansville, you have to take the lead and keep the lead. Piggybacking off that, the pitching needs to keep you in the game. And I know that sounds simple, but when you look at last night's game, this isn't the first time that's happened where Evansville's gone down huge early, and it's pretty much put them out before the game even really got started. Evansville's pitching staff is a 6.41 ERA. That's second worst in the Frontier League. That's the worst ERA in the Midwest Conference, and that is not a recipe for success. So hopefully tonight, with the starter being Yohan Gonzalez, you don't have to pitch a gem. Just keep this team in the game. Again, Evansville's offense has shown games of being one of the best offenses in the league. If you can just keep them in the game and allow them to have a chance, that is what you need to ask from your pitching staff. And as I mentioned, you don't want to go down early against this Gateway team. And then the final thing is forget about yesterday. Again, another simple thing, but another one that really need to forget about, not just yesterday, but really this whole losing streak. Just forget about it and go out there and play baseball, because you are a really good team, and you've proven it against some of the top teams in this league, and hopefully you can go out there and do it tonight once again. Remind you that you're listening to the Papa John's pregame show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the Home Team Network, and 96.9 WYIR. We'll take a short break, and when we're back, we'll talk about the starting lineups and the starting pitchers. We near the 6:35 p.m. scheduled pitch here on the Otters Digital Network.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Welcome back into historic Bosse Field as the Evansville Otters hosting the Gateway Grizzlies for the second game of this three-game series before we head to the Frontier League All-Star break. Speaking of the All-Star break, we had some fun pregame festivities where the Otters got to recognize their three All-Stars, those being JT Benson, Braden Scott, and the starter Keenan Taylor. Obviously, we've talked about that, and we've seen just how good those three players have been for the Otters this year, and hopefully they can, specifically Keenan Taylor, who is in the lineup tonight, can help spark this Otters team to a big win tonight against the Grizzlies. As mentioned this a little bit earlier in the pregame show, but Evansville currently on a 10-game losing streak. It has been rough sailing, to say the least, but a lot of those games are well, in 5 of those games, it's been one-run losses, some close walk-off losses, some games where they just couldn't come from behind. So no reason to think this team can't win some big ball games, and they're going to have to do that tonight, especially after last night where they went down early, went down 9-0 before eventually falling 12-3 to this Grizzlies squad. And with that being said, let's take a quick look at the starting lineup for both sides. The same lineup out there tonight for Gateway. Quick reminder, that's Jose Alvarez at catcher. He's leading off. Batting second and at shortstop, Abdiel Diaz. Batting third and DHing is Mark Schallenberger. Batting fourth and playing third base is DJ Stewart. Batting fifth and playing in right field is Victor Castillo. Batting sixth and playing second base, Dale Thomas. Batting seventh and playing in left field is Edwin Mateo. Batting eighth and playing first base, Paxton Wallace. And rounding out the lineup in center field, Cole Brandon. The Grizzlies are sending out Lucas Weinbergs. He has been an Otters killer in his career. It's his 4th season here with the Grizzlies. It's been a rough one for him, but it's really been a tale of a really good start to his season, then a rough patch from really the beginning of June to the end of June. But then his last start against Lake Erie, he went 6 innings, only allowed 2 runs, pitched to a quality start. The Otters did face him earlier in the year. He pitched 4 2/3 shutout innings in that doubleheader. They went to their bullpen a little bit maybe earlier than they would have normally. Didn't walk anybody and struck out 5. But in a stretch from June 11th to July 1st, he allowed at least 4 runs in each of his starts, including a start against Schaumburg where he went 2 2/3, allowing 8 earned runs. So he's shown signs of being vulnerable, but as I mentioned, he is a guy that you cannot let him get into a groove. If he finds his groove, which the Otters have allowed some pitchers to do this year, it is going to be ultra tough for them to break into him later into this game. Look at the Otters starting lineup for tonight's ball game. Back in the lineup and back at leadoff will be the third baseman, Dennis Pierce. Batting second and playing first base is David Mendham. Batting third and DHing tonight is L.J. Jones. Batting fourth and playing shortstop is Paven Parks. Batting fifth and playing center field, Graham Brown. Following him, the catcher, Logan Brown. Batting seventh, the all-star starter, Keenan Taylor. Batting eighth and playing second base, J.J. Cruz. And rounding out the lineup after his 2-hit performance last night is Ellis Schwartz. He will be playing in right field. And the Otters are sending Yohan Gonzalez onto the mound, his second start this season. He started as a reliever. They've shifted him to the rotation, and this is a new spot for him. This is only his second professional start of his professional career. His first start was the one where he went in against Schaumburg on July 6th and pitched fairly well. Pitched 5 1/3 innings, allowed 4 runs, walked 2, only struck out 1, and allowed 2 home runs. But a guy who has been more of a high strikeout and higher walk type of guy, only walking 2 guys and striking out 1. Different type of approach for him, so we'll see how he goes out there tonight, if it's more of a controlled or if he goes back to more of his typical high strikeout type of performance. In his 15 relief appearances, he had pitched in 28 innings and pitched to a 6.43 ERA. And as we've mentioned throughout the year, those were really just 3 or 4 big blow-up games where he pitched really good in a lot of those outings. The reason he's still on this team, and they've shifted him to the rotation. And really, it's been the starting rotation that has undergone a lot of changes. Some guys dealing with injuries, including like Landon Williman and Adrian Montalva, trying to sign some guys to fill that out, haven't been able to, and unfortunately just has not gone the Otters' way. Speaking of injured list, take a quick look at the Grizzlies. They did put Gabe Holt on the 7-day IL, so he will not be playing in this series. And that is a bit of a bump for Evansville. Now, obviously, the Grizzlies didn't miss him last night with how they performed, but a guy who easily hits above 300 and gets on base at an above 400 clip is always a dangerous batter. So not having him in their lineup is something that they will miss, but hopefully Evansville will be able to take advantage and still have a chance to go out there and win the series and set yourself up with a lot of momentum going into the break and then coming off the break. But it is going to be a challenge. Again, this is the final 2 games before the break, but after they come back and they play 9 straight games on the road. Start with the Lake Erie Crushers, go to Avon, Ohio to play them. You get Monday off, and then you go to Quebec to play the Capitales, and that is easily the toughest team in the Frontier League with their 7 All-Stars, and then you play Ottawa, who has been on fire as of late. And then it doesn't get easier to end July because you do get to come back home, but just to play Lake Erie again. So it is going to be a tough end to the month of June. But this is a team that have played well in a lot of moments, and hopefully they can find their way to turn it around and really start to give themselves a shot this season. That was the Papa John's pregame show. Thank you so much for listening to me. And now I'll send you over to the great Zane Clodfelter as he announces the starting lineups. We'll get the national anthem as we head near the first pitch here on the Otters Digital Network.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, number 11, David Parks. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 24, Graham Brown. Batting sixth and catching, number 28, Logan Brown. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 17, J.J. Cruz. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 3, Ellis Schwartz. Pitching for the Evansville Otters, right-handed pitcher, number 19, Yohan Gonzalez. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America's freedom, those who now protect it, and pay tribute to those who have made the ultimate sacrifice with the scene of our national anthem, this evening performed by the Grace Notes.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome into historic Bosse Field as we are nearing first pitch. Yohan Gonzalez takes his spot on the mound behind the plate. His catcher is Logan Brown. That pitcher and catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call at 812-475-9000. Yohan Gonzalez making his second start of his professional career here in Bosse Field. The first time he'll start here at Bosse Field. Mentioned in the pregame show, he went 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 runs, walking 2, and striking out 1. Did give up the long ball a couple of times to Schaumburg, but Schaumburg, a team that hits a ton of home runs. But this Gateway squad, another one that does that as well. They hit one last night, and hopefully Evansville can keep them in the yard tonight. And again, really just try to get off onto a better start. Again, went down 9-0 before the end of the second inning, and really set themselves down a wrong path. They would end up losing 12-3. Now they try to go back tonight and get the win. This the 8th game of the season between these two squads. Gateway has won 5 of those 7 games. Evansville won the second game of the year on May 10th, 3-2. And then they won the first game in Gateway, 12-8. But since then, Gateway has won 3 straight. A couple of those were close ones, though. Back in Gateway, it was a 5-4 loss for Evansville, and then a 2-1 loss on a walk-off to finish off that series. But last night was really the first game in this series so far this year. It has been a blowout. even the game that Evansville won 12-8 still was relatively close, all things being considered, at least by the end of it. Jose Alvarez will lead it off tonight once again for the Grizzlies. Last night started off hot with 2 straight singles to start off his night. Scored on both of those, but then lined out to right field and then struck out his final 3 times of the night. So hopefully Evansville figured him out. First pitch from Gonzalez is taken for a strike, and Evansville starts off the right way. Alvarez is behind 0-1. Gonzalez working quickly. Next pitch just misses outside. Count evens up at 1-1. Behind the plate tonight is Kyle Eastman at first, Chris Fackler. And then at third base is Alex Laurie, who was behind the plate last night. 1-1 pitch to Alvarez is taken just high. That's a 2-1 count. So he's missed a couple of times, but both of those have been close. Again, only 2 walks in 5 1/3 innings against Schaumburg. He works from the windup, the 2-1 pitch. Off speed, that one's a liner into right field. Schwartz over on it, but that one's going to land in a puddle right in front of the Otters bullpen. Counts at 2-2. Had some heavy rain earlier in the afternoon. Really came down hard, but fortunately didn't keep Evansville from starting on time. 2-2 pitch. Another one that's lined into right, but that one's going to get out of play, and we'll do it again. That one at 92 miles per hour for Gonzalez. Alvarez had to go up and above the zone to get it, but he did just foul it off. Gonzalez looks in, agrees, takes a deep breath, now delivers. The 2-2 pitch, off speed, just didn't bend enough. Count runs full. Christmas in July night for Evansville. They're wearing their quote-unquote ugly sweater uniforms as Alvarez calls time and resets himself. A nice light blue color. Gateway in their dark blues. A uniform they don't wear a ton since it's a tough uniform to wear when it's hot out. Payoff pitch, fastball up and in. Almost got him, but either way it's going to be ball 4. And a leadoff walk for Jose Alvarez. So Gonzalez had him at 1-2, but just couldn't find the put-away pitch. Great battle there from Alvarez. That's why they have him at the top of the lineup, especially without Gabe Holt. And a leadoff base runner for Gateway in this ballgame. Next up will be Abdiel Diaz. He had a home run last night. That was back in the 2nd inning. He also walked, ended up going 2 for 5. That first pitch taken for a strike. He'll start behind 0-1. Mentioned that Gateway wearing their dark blue uniform. Sun has come back out. It was very overcast before the game started. The 0-1 pitch to Diaz. Pulled the string, got him swinging, and it's an 0-2 count. So once again, he's got a batter at 2 strikes. A pitcher-friendly count. We'll see if Gonzalez can try to find a way to get him out here. Gonzalez looks in, now takes a peek over at first. Now comes set. And delivers the 0-2 pitch. Pulled the string, got him swinging. German-American Bank strikeout number 1 for Yohan Gonzalez. And he's got an out and a walk so far in this game. So after I talked about a lot during the pregame show where he seemed to work a little bit differently with only 1 strikeout and 2 walks, he's done both of those to start this game. He'll face next Mark Schallenberger. Talked about him a lot. The former Purple ace, the UE standout. First pitch taken for a strike. He starts behind 0-1. Gonzalez done a good job at not leaving anything over the heart of the plate so far. If he's missed outside the zone, and he's been able to paint the black multiple times. The 0-1 pitch, Schallenberger. That one runs high, evens count up at 1-1. Alvarez can steal over there at first. We'll see if he wants to go that direction. If they want to test out Logan Brown behind the plate. Gonzalez comes set and delivers the 1-1 pitch. Off speed, popped up. That one's going to get out of play. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. And once again, he's got another Grizzlies batter at 2 strikes. Alvarez 4 for 5 in stolen base attempts this year. Only stole 5 bags last year in 67 games. So, again, not a huge stolen base threat, but a guy who can if given the opportunity. Hasn't gone for it yet, though. Counts 1-2 to Schallenberger. Yohan Gonzalez is set. He delivers. That one is fouled back, and we'll do it again. Schallenberger has made a name for himself of being a tough out. Man, has he shown some pop early in this season. 48 games, 11 home runs, 10 doubles. Has a .609 slugging percentage. Guy with tons of ability in that bat. Next 1-2, Alvarez does take off. That pitch runs inside. It's going to be taken for a ball. Count's going to move to 2-2. That will be a stolen bag without even a throw. Looks like Brown was trying to get that call, but just ran a little bit too far in and low. Counts 2-2 to Schallenberger. Gonzalez is set. Alvarez took a big leap, but then got back before. That next pitch runs high. Count runs full. Alvarez looked like he was trying to time up Gonzalez, but didn't go too far off. Didn't get Gonzalez to step off. Counts full to Schallenberger. Another batter that has gone down early but battled. Payoff pitch. Fastball. Just low. Called ball 4. 2 walks in this first inning. Have runners at first and second with only 1 away. Looks like Yohan just struggling to find that put-away pitch early. I'll bring up DJ Stewart. Last night went 4 for 5 with a hit by pitch. He was one of the 2 Grizzlies hitters to get 4 hits last night. And now in a big spot here early. First pitch to Stewart. That's a fastball. He fouls up and overhead. That one's getting out of play. It's going to drop foul. Counts 0-1 for DJ Stewart. Edwin Mateo also managed 4 hits in last night's ball game. Again, a game where the Grizzlies had 19 hits and scored 12 runs. Trying to jump out in front early again. Gonzalez takes a look at second, now delivers the 0-1 pitch. That one is a high pop-up. That one's going to stay in the infield, and Parks will camp under it and bring it in for out number 2. With that being said, let's take a quick look around the horn for Evansville. Keenan Taylor out in left, Graham Brown in center. Ellis Schwartz moving from center into right field tonight, playing for the sitting JT Benson. In the infield, you got Dennis Pierce at third, Paven Parks back at short, JJ Cruz at second, and David Mendham at first, and Logan Brown behind the plate. Much more common defensive setup for Evansville tonight. Now it's Victor Castillo. Comes to the plate with 2 runners on, 2 away here in the first inning. First pitch taken low for a ball. That one just missed low. It's a 1-0 count. Castillo had a couple hits last night, but 4 RBIs. That's some big hits and big moments. The 1-0 pitch, fastball, he fouls up and out of play, and count's going to even up at 1-1. Again, last night, Evansville, and they were just pretty much out of it after the first 2 innings. Now Gateway threatening here early again. Couple of walks, not a hit yet. Gonzalez sets and delivers. That one is up the middle, off the rubber. Cruz will get it. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. A high ground out for J.J. Cruz, and Gonzalez gets out of the inning while stranding 2. Gateway goes down scoreless. Evansville comes to the bat in the bottom of the first inning here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We head to the bottom of the first inning, still knotted up at 0, and the Grizzlies send out Lucas Weinbergs. Weinbergs on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenover Road, or call 812-475-9000. So Yohan Gonzalez goes out there, gives up a couple of walks, but strands two, and the Otters are going to come to the plate and try to jump on Weinbergs early. As I mentioned, he is a guy who has had a ton of success, especially in this ballpark. But he has struggled at times this year, as I mentioned, from his starts in between June 11th and July 1st, giving up at least 4 earned runs. Give up 5 against Tri-City, 8 against Schaumburg, 4 against Mississippi, and 5 against Washington. But went 6 strong innings, went 5 2/3, only 1 hit shutout ball before giving up a bloop and a blast that accounted for his 2 earned runs. First, he will face the ever-dangerous Dennis Pierce at the top of the lineup. First pitch swinging at that one. Gave a hefty swing at that one, but comes up empty. He's 1-2 pitch from Weinbergs. That one in the dirt as well, and that's a 2-2 count. So he's thrown a couple of off-speed pitches, has Weinbergs to try to get Pierce swinging, but both of them have not been particularly close. Now he's got a 2-2 count, see which direction he goes with. 2-2 pitch fastball, fouled off by Pierce, and we'll do it again. Weinbergs out of Hickney, Michigan. Spent 4 seasons with the Grizzlies. Joined back in 2022. A 2-2 pitch, fastball, gets him looking. Just threw the fastball by him. Pierce expecting the off-speed. Didn't even give a swing. Now with 1 away, David Mindham's going to head to the plate. Mindham last night went 1 for 3. A walk and a couple of RBIs on that RBI single. First pitch to him, swinging at that one, comes up empty, and he's behind 0-1. So both batters have gone first pitch swinging. Both of them swung at hefty swing at that. Now the 0-1 pitch to the Otters' first baseman. He takes that one, called strike 2. Mindham didn't like it. They've just nicked the bottom corner. Counts at 0-2 now, so he'll have to battle. Weinbergs, who works from the stretch, sets, delivers the 0-2 pitch. Off speed, that one falls in there. 1, 2, 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, I should say. And quickly, there are 2 away for Evansville. It will lead to L.J. Jones, who's DHing tonight. Back in the lineup after getting last night off. Rough road trip for him. But now he's back here at Bosse Field, where he's been very good. First pitch to him. Fastball misses low, and he's ahead 0-1 or ahead 1-0. Looks like Weinbergs may have found his groove again. Again, after giving up 5 against Washington, win on July 6th. Gave up only 2 earned runs in 6 innings. 1-0 pitch, taken just low. Count moves to 2-0. LJ was taking most of the way there. Feinbergs looks in, he sets. Delivers the 2-0 pitch. Fastball, chopper towards third. It's a slow chopper. It's going to be barehanded by Thomas. Throw to first is high. Did he get the tag down? He did. LJ Jones goes down, trying to beat the play. But a great defensive play by Paxton Walsh. Get the tag down, gets him out. And the Otters go 1-2-3 in the first. We're scoreless through one here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We added the second. Yohan Gonzalez back on the mound, and he worked through a couple of walks in that first inning, but stranded two and got out of the inning scoreless, so a better start for Evansville in this one. He will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters Dale Thomas, Edwin Mateo, and Paxton Wallace in this inning. Mentioned that Yohan Gonzalez making his second professional start. Looked relatively good in that first inning. Even the 2 walks he gave up, he got both of those batters to 1 and 2, but the leadoff hitter Jose Alvarez and the 3-0 hitter Mark Schallenberger both worked great at bats to work walks. Now he will face Dale Thomas, who will await the first pitch from Gonzalez. He swings at that one. That one goes up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Thomas, the right-handed hitting second baseman, awaits the next pitch. Off speed, finds the zone, and he's behind 0-2. So ahead of another batter. He's done that a lot tonight. Hasn't really pitched from behind. Even though he has given up 2 walks, the only runners to reach in this game for either side. 0-2 pitch, fastball, runs outside, and it's a 2-1 count. With a cutter there on the outside part of the plate, but couldn't get Thomas to go after it. Now the 1-2 pitch, that one fastball up and away. Evens count at 2-2. So after getting them to 0-2, it's back at 2-2 with a couple of faster pitches. The 2-2 pitch pulled the string, got him swinging. The second German-American Bank strikeout of the game for Yohan Gonzalez. And with 1 away here in this inning, it's Edwin Mateo.
Batting 7th in left field, 3, Edwin Mateo.
Mentioned there were 2 Grizzlies with 4 hits last night. First one was DJ Stewart. The second one originally was Edwin Mateo, but scorers took that hit away and changed it to an error. So only managed 3 hits last night. First pitch called a strike. He's behind 0-1. Mateo, the switch hitting left fielder. The 0-1 pitch chopped on the ground. Cruz diving for it, brings it in, throw to first in time. J.J. Cruz with a fantastic diving play over at second base. And there's 2 away in this inning.
Batting 8th at first base, 20, Paxton Wallace.
Next is Paxton Wallace. He'll step into the right-handed batter's box. First pitch taken for a strike, and he's behind 0-1. Another cutter there to start him in that one, just caught the top corner. 0-1 pitch, slider gets in there, the front door, and he's ahead of another batter, 0-2. So Gonzalez is doing great at finding the zone early in this game. See if we can find the put-away pitch here. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball stays high, and count moves to 1-2. Changing the eye level there. See if he wants to go with the slower slider or the cutter. Or no, back with the other four-seam. 1-2 pitch. That one just didn't bend enough, and now the count evens up at 2-2. Wallace awaiting the 2-2 pitch. Fastball just misses low. Count runs full. So another batter that he gets ahead of early but can't find the put-away pitch. Now he's got a full count. 2 away here in the top of the second inning. Still knotted up at 0. Payoff pitch. That one called strike 3 on the outer half. German American Bank strikeout number 3 for Yohan Gonzalez, and he's through 2 scoreless. Otters come to the plate trying to find the first run of the game here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Head to the bottom of the second inning here. It'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Pavin Parks, Graham Brown, and Logan Brown. So meet Weinberg's in this inning. Hopefully Evansville can find a way to get on the board, even just a hit column. Both teams still searching for their first hit in this one. Yohan Gonzalez threw 2 innings, did allow a couple of walks in the first, but set them down 1, 2, 3 in the second. Weinberg's only needed 11 pitches to get the Otters 1, 2, 3. That included 2 strikeouts for him. He'll face Pavin Parks, wearing number 13 tonight in the special, quote-unquote, ugly sweater jerseys. I think they look pretty nice, even on a baseball uniform. The first pitch from the starter, Weinbergs. That's a fastball that finds the zone, and he's ahead 0-1. That's a tough one to read. It's got a lot of movement on that fastball. Works quickly the 0-1 pitch, off speed, checked a swing, but he fouled it off. It looked like it was in the zone either way, so it's an 0-2 count. And Weinbergs, just like Yohan Gonzalez, is working from ahead in these accounts. Looks in, now he sets. And delivers the 0-2 pitch. Fastball in the dirt. Count moves to 1-2. Actually looked more like maybe a splitter on that one. But either way, it went way too low, and Pavin able to hold up on it. Pavin's been finding his stroke at the plate. Waits the 1-2 pitch. That one runs high and away. Count evens up at 2-2. He's worked his OBP up to 376. Mentioned this last night, but he's basically back where we're used to having him. Where he was last year for this squad. One of the best hitters in this lineup. tied with JT Benson and Keenan Taylor for the lead in home runs. Those two guys are both all-stars. The 2-2 pitch. Off speed, he fouls that one off, and we'll do it again. Paven, who's played a lot of third base this year, has 22 starts at third base, 18 at shortstop. This will be his 19th start at shortstop. Was listed on the ballot as a third baseman. Competition for third base in the Midwest Conference is very stout. 2-2 pitch. That one runs high and away, and he's worked it full. So like some of the batters for the Grizzlies early in this game, Paven Parks now went behind 0-2 early, but has worked it back to full. Leading it off here for the Otters in the second inning, trying to get a leadoff base runner. Weinbergs is set. Delivers the payoff pitch to Parks. Takes it outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk for Evansville at Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar. And they are on the move here in this first inning. That will lead to Graham Brown.
Number 24, Graham Brown.
Brown, after a very good game in Washington, did go 0 for 4 last night, a couple of Ks for him. New game, new chance to try to get back going in the right direction. First pitch, he takes that one for a strike, and he's behind 0-1. Been a lot more patient in these couple of games here at home. Been taking the first pitch much more often. The 0-1 pitch to the Otters center fielder tonight. Pulled the string, got him swinging on a slider outside the zone. And now he's behind 0-2. Another spot where the Otters batter has to battle from behind. Weinbergs looks in and agrees. Sets and first a check over at first base, nothing doing with Paven Parks over there. Paven with 10 stolen bags and 12 attempts on the season for Evansville. 0-2 count. He doesn't take off. Pitch is called, strike 3 on a fastball that was on the outside part of the plate. And he's behind, and he's got his first out of the inning.
Number 28, Logan Brown.
Another spot where it looked like the Otters batter was sitting off speed and just got the fastball by him. Now with one away, here's Logan Brown. He's been heating up. A couple of 2-hit games for him these last couple of nights. First pitch, squares around a bunt, pulls it back, and he's ahead 1-0. Again, this defense likes to play in a heavy shift. DJ Stewart over there, now he's got his feet on the infield grass, but he's playing way off the third baseline. A good bunt, and he could easily make it to first base still. Now he plays back. The 1-0 pitch, swings at that one. He fouls it off, and count evens up at 1-1. Seen Logan Brown do that before. Lays down a bunt against a shift, and it's worked before. And against a pitcher like Weinbergs, trying to find any means necessary to score a run. Weinbergs holds, now delivers. He does square on a bunt, puts it down, but that one in the air, but it's going to go foul, and it's going to fall down for a strike number 2. Fastball up in the zone, just couldn't get above it. Now the count at 1-2 for Brown. He's going to have to battle with that runner still at first base and 1 away. Early in some games in the Frontier League, the Battle of Canada between Ottawa and Quebec. Ottawa up 4-3 after winning last night's game. Lake Erie up ahead of Washington 2-0. Throw over to second. First is away from the first baseman. Paven going to second. He's rounding second, heading for third. He's going to get to third, standing up, and all of a sudden, Evansville's a runner in scoring position with less than 2 away. The pickoff over at first base was thrown in the dirt, couldn't get snagged by Paxton Wallace. And Paven's speed allows him to stroll into third base. Count still 1-2 to Logan Brown, but now he's got a big run over there at third. Infield comes in. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Off speed, stays outside. Count evens up at 2-2. Brown entering with a .273 batting average. He's played big in a couple of games here. Big spot, 2-2 pitch. That one stays outside as well. Count runs full. Back-to-back pitches trying to get that backdoor slider, but hasn't been able to get it to break enough. See which direction he goes here with a full count. Again, only a runner at third, so there definitely is a base open here. A walk would set up the double play. Payoff pitch. Fastball, got him, swinging. Foul tipped it into the glove. And now there are 2 away, and it's going to be up to Keenan Taylor. He's either going to need a hit or a mistake from Gateway to score that run.
7, the left fielder, number 12, Keenan Taylor.
That being said, no one else you'd rather have up in a 2-out RBI spot. Keenan Taylor with 19 2-out RBIs. He has been the clutchest hitter for Evansville this season. First pitch, fastball outside. He'll start ahead 1-0. There's a leadoff walk for Paven Parks. Strikeout from Graham Brown. Paven advanced to third base on a error on a bad pickoff attempt. 1-0 pitch, swings at that one, but comes up empty, and he's even the count at 1-1. Paven stands at third base. Still no hits in this ball game. 1-1 pitch. That fastball just catches the outside part of the plate. Now Keenan behind 1-2. That one may have just nicked the outside edge, but called strike 2. Keenan calls time. Now steps back into the box. Feinberg's is set. Takes a deep breath, now delivers the 1-2 pitch. Slider outside, gets away. Paven's going to try to take home. The catcher, Alvarez, slipped, and Paven's in scoring. An error to get him to third base, and a wild pitch to get him home. And the Otters jump in front 1-0. By any means necessary, and that works. So now Keenan Taylor at the plate, counts at 2-2. Now there's no one on. Maybe try to get a 2-out rally going. 2-2 pitch, fastball. He fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Clouds have now covered the sky as the sun was out for a while, and now it's gone back to being covered by the clouds. There's a slight wind from right to left. The next 2-2 to Taylor. Fastball, he fouls that one off again. A great battle here for Keenan. Keenan, one of 3 All-Stars for Evansville that were recognized before the game. He's the only one playing today, at least so far. JT Benson was named the 2nd Otters All-Star. 2-2 pitch, off speed, he fouls that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. And we'll do 2-2 again. Benson and Keenan Taylor, 2 Evansville outfielders, both named to the All-Star game. And Braden Scott was added in the first round of additions. So he leads the league in front in strikeouts. That pitch way outside, count runs full.
Santa Claus standing in the main tunnel if you want to say hello to Santa from the North Pole.
And Santa has come to join the Christmas in July game, standing just behind home plate, or not on the field, I should say, but in the crowd behind home plate. Maybe get some good luck here. Payoff pitch to Taylor. He pops that one in the air towards the right side. The second baseman, Thomas, is going to camp under it, but the right fielder, Castillo, will call him off and bring it in for out number 3, but not before the Otters strike on some mistakes from Gateway. They lead 1-0 as we head to the third here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Otters lead 1-0 as we head to the third inning. Yohan Gonzalez back on the mound. Labored a little bit through that first inning, but did allow 2 walks, but stranded a couple of runners. Used 23 pitches to get through the first inning, but only needed 13 pitches to get through the second inning. Both pitchers have thrown 36 pitches through the first 2 innings. The Otters managed to get a run after Paving Parks walked, advanced to third on a bad pickoff throw, and then a wild pitch allowed him to score from third. It'll be the 9-hole hitter Cole Brannon before getting back to the top of the lineup to face Gonzalez here, who has been excellent through 2. See if you can keep that up. First pitch to Brannon. That pitch runs high and away. And he'll start behind Brannon 1-0. Pierce playing in a bunt position, awaiting it. Next pitch from Gonzalez works quickly. That one runs outside. Count moves to 2-0. Brannon at the plate, a .337 OBP, does have some pop with 5 home runs. The only Gateway Grizzly not to get a hit last night. 2-0 pitch, that one inside, 3-0 now, and it's the first time all night he's had to work from behind on a batter. Gonzalez has been great at getting ahead, but hasn't found the zone here. 3-0 pitch. That fastball finds the zone. Gets him back in the count at 3-1. Lefty Brandon awaits the 3-1 pitch. That one called ball 4. Maybe nicked the zone, but wasn't given the call. So leadoff walk for Gateway. They have a runner on, the 3rd walk of the game for the Grizzlies. And Jose Alvarez will come to the plate. Went behind early in the count, but worked it full before drawing a walk. First pitch swinging. That's a looper into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It'll be cut off by Schwartz, but not before Brandon goes from first to third, and now there are runners on the corners with no one away. And Gateway, after giving up the lead, are now quickly threatening here in the third. First pitch swinging there for Alvarez. He was sitting on fastball. He got the fastball. Middle, he poked it into right center field. Next up's Abdiel Diaz. He struck out swinging his first time up. Gonzalez, the first pitch to him. Fastball misses low. Behind another batter here, 1-0. Top of the lineup's been really good for Gateway so far this year. 1-0 pitch. That one just misses high. Now it's a 2-0 count. Gonzalez looks over at first. Sets. Takes a look at first. Now delivers. That's a chopper towards first. Brought in by Mendham. Throw to second for 1. Throw back to first to Cruz, who was trying to cover, but he didn't get over there till late. And he beat the throw. Runner does score. They do get an out on the fielder's choice. There's 1 away, runner at first. Game is now tied at 1. for Mark Schallenberger. It was a cutter there that he chopped in the ground. Cruz had to try to come over and cover second with Mindham running off the plate, or off the base. First pitch to Schallenberger. That's ripped towards Cruz. Brings it in. Toss to second for one. Throw to first. That's in time for a Hoosier Lottery double play. So he gets the ground ball there and gets the double play. 4-6-3 to end the third. Gateway does strike and tie the game, but Evansville limits the damage. We head to the bottom of the third, knotted at 1 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Lucas Weinberg's out there for his third inning of work. Evansville still hasn't managed a hit off of him, but they did manufacture a run. Again, mostly off the mistakes from Gateway, but it was Evansville doing work either way, getting the job done. So 0 hits, 1 walk, 4 Ks for Weinberg so far through 2. Did give up that run. It was unearned. But hopefully Evansville can use that momentum to get something started here in the third. It'll be J.J. Cruz, Ella Schwartz before heading back to the top of the lineup. Again, last night it was the bottom of the lineup that did a lot of the work for Evansville. 6 of the 8 hits. Cruz was one of those. First pitch swinging, he fouls that one off, and he's behind 0-1. Again, Cruz has found some pop in that bat this year. 7 home runs. All of them have been hit since June 18th. Had a 3 home run game against Schaumburg on July 4th. That's chopped towards first. It'll be bobbled by Wallace. He tossed to first. It's not in time. Another Gateway mistake allows a base runner to reach. Still no hits for Evansville, but they have a base runner. Next is Ella Schwartz. Speaking of hits from the bottom of the lineup, had 2 last night, including an RBI single that he advanced to third base on a mistake from the left fielder. It was Evansville who really struggled defensively last night. But now Gateway tonight. A couple of, really 3 big mistakes that have allowed Evansville to score. First pitch to Schwartz. He'll take that one for a strike. He'll start behind 0-1. His average up to 262, an on-base percentage of 347. He has been really good, especially as of late in his limited opportunities. 0-1 pitch. Takes that one outside for a ball. Evens count up at 1-1. Making his 16th appearance this season. A couple of those appearances were pinch run situations. Another one was a late entrance. 1-1 pitch, takes that one high and out. Now it's a 2-1 count. Evansville now with a leadoff base runner for the second straight inning. Hopefully they can get another run and take that lead back. 2-1 pitch. Off speed, pulled the string, got him swinging out in front. Evens count up at 2-2. Schwartz calls time, now readjusts his helmet, stands outside the batter's circle, and now steps back in and steps back into the box. Tied 1-1 here in the bottom of the third inning. Evansville got a run in the bottom of the second. Gateway with one in the top of the third. Only one hit for either side. 2-2 pitch. He laced that one down the left side, but it's going to hook foul, and we'll do it again. Mississippi and Windy City are in the bottom of the third. They're also knotted at 1. Sussex County beating New Jersey 5-3 in the bottom of the seventh. Lake Erie beating Washington 2-0 in the bottom of the fourth, and New York up 10-0 over Down East in the top of the fifth. 2-2 pitch, pulled the string, got him swinging. And that's going to be a strikeout for out number 1.
Edward Jones.
Back to the top of the lineup, Edward Jones, leadoff batter of the game. Dennis Pierce struck out his first time up. Now he's got a runner on, hoping to try to do some damage here. Enters with an OBP of 380, making his 30th appearance of the season. First pitch, fastball, just catching the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He's been giving that outside part of the plate against righties so far in this game. 0-1 pitch. J.J. Cruz takes off, swinging, popped up. That one into shallow left field. Diaz out. In on it is Mateo. He'll call it off and bring it in for out number 2. Cruz scampers back to first. And there are 2 away here in the second inning, and it's up to David Mendham.
Number 34, David Mendham.
Evansville still searching for their first hit of the ball game. Mendham entering with a 19 on-base streak. That is the highest any Otter has reached all season. 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the first inning. First pitch swings at that one. Foul tips it back into the glove, and he's behind 0-1. Mendham's great at working walks, has a 444 OBP, but not afraid to swing at that first pitch. There's a first pitch swing last night that got him the 2 RBI single. The 0-1 pitch off fastball outside evens the count up at 1-1. Next highest current on-base streak is at 5 for Keenan Taylor. That's how important Mendham has been at or near the top of the lineup. 1-1 pitch he takes just a bit low. Counts at 2-1. Tried to get him with his splitter on that one, but Mendham wasn't chasing. Weinbergs looks in. Heavy shift behind him on the infield. 2-1 pitch to Mendham. Fastball, he fouls that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Now the count 2-2. Runner at first. Game's knotted up at 1. Here in the bottom of the third inning. Pitching for Evansville's been a lot smoother in this game so far, as well as the defense in particular. Some fantastic plays defensively. The 2-2 pitch to Mendham. Off speed, chopped foul off himself. And we'll do it again. Mendham did well to go down and get that one. That one was well below the zone. It was a great curveball that was thrown. Mendham, the highest current OBP at 444. Two-two pitch, fastball. He fouls that one off to the left again, and we'll do it again. So Mendham in another great battle here. A guy similar to some of the guys we've talked about with Gateway that rarely go down without a fight. There's another one of those situations here. On deck is L.J. Jones. He would love a shot with a runner in scoring position. 2-2 pitch. Cruz takes off. That pitch in the dirt. He'll throw from his knees. That's not in time. Count runs full. And the Otters now with a runner in scoring position. An epic stolen base provided by Epic Insurance, Midwest. Now a full count to David Mendham. He calls time and sets himself up here now with a runner in scoring position. Now for Weinbergs, there's a base open. Been trying to find that off-speed pitch. Get that curveball to drop in there. Gidrid Chase hasn't really been able to get that so far. Payoff pitch to Mendham. That fastball fouled up and overhead. We'll do it again. So when he's tried to sneak the fastball by him, hasn't been able to. Tried to get him to chase on that curveball. Either hasn't been able to or hasn't thrown it deep enough for Mendham not to be able to foul it off. Next payoff pitch to Mendham. Off speed, ball 4. Deerhead Sidewalk Cafe and Bar. The second walk of the game for Weinbergs. And now runners at first and second with 2 away for L.J. Jones.
Number 20, L.J. Jones.
An 8-pitch at bat for David Mendham there. What a battle he had. Now it's Jones who grounded out to third his first time. It was a fantastic play from the third baseman Stewart and an even better play from the first baseman Walsh to get the tag down. First pitch swinging, he fouls that one up and overhead. And he'll fight from behind 0-1. He was sitting on that first pitch fastball, but didn't put it in the right direction. J.J. Cruz over at second. He reached via the error. Mendham over at first after his fantastic walk. It's L.J. Jones at the plate. Trying to break this 1-1 tie. 0-1 pitch, off speed, out and away. It's a 1-1 count. Jones in the series against Florence had 2 walk-off hits. But since then, Evansville hasn't been able to manage a win. 1-1 pitch, off speed, drops it in there. And now Jones behind 1-2. Jones calls time and fixes with his gloves. Another spot here for Evansville, where they are in a big spot to try to do some damage or at least put a run on the board to jump out in front again. See if they can get that big hit. Still looking for their first hit of the game. 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Called. Strike 3. That one just got the bottom corner. Jones goes down swinging, and they strand 2. Knotted up at 1 through 3 here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Gonzalez out there for his fourth inning of work. Worked through 2 scoreless. Did give up a run in his last inning, but also managed a ground ball double play to get out of the inning. So hopefully he can go back in there and get a shutdown inning and get those bats back out there as they were threatening Weinbergs there in the 3rd inning. He's thrown 46 pitches so far. He will face DJ Stewart, Victor Castillo, and Dale Thomas in this inning. Stewart popped out to the shortstop Parks in his first time up. Gonzalez works, delivers, first pitch. Breaker stays high, and he starts behind this batter 1-0. First 2 innings, worked from ahead most of it. Last inning, he struggled with command a little bit more, at least worked from behind more often. That pitch just didn't break enough, and now he's behind 2-0. 2-0 pitch to Stewart. That fastball finds the zone. He's ahead 2-1, or behind 2-1. It's now 49 pitches for Gonzalez. He threw 83 in his start against Schaumburg. The 2-1 pitch, off speed, got him out in front. A pop-up towards the right side of the infield. Cruz will camp under and bring it in for out number 1. Got him off stride. Big out number 1, and with 1 away, it's Victor Castillo.
Right fielder 6, Victor Castillo.
Again, Gateway does damage with the long ball. But your main hope is to make sure if you give up the long ball, you do it without runners on. Hopefully Gonzalez can play to that here. First pitch to Castillo. Fastball finds the zone. He's ahead of him 0-1. Castillo in the left-handed batter's box. Waits for the next pitch. Back foot breaker. Doesn't get him swinging. Count evens up at 1-1. One of the 3 offensive all-stars for Gateway. Enters with a .319 batting average. Had 4 RBIs last night. That fastball pulled the string on him. Just change of pace, I should say. He's ahead of him 1-2. Gonzalez with that pitch right there. Can get up to 92, 93, but can drop it down around 85 on a pitch like that. 1-2 pitch, backdoor breaker, just doesn't get the call, evens it up at 2-2. Again, one of those that just missed on the outside part of the plate. Now it's a 2-2 count. Works, delivers. That one up the middle, through his legs, and just through the infield. Will be brought in by Brown. And a 1-out base knock. Second hit of the game for Gateway.
Dale Thomas.
Next up is Dale Thomas. Bad luck base hit for Gonzalez there. That one was 67 off the bat. First pitch inside, almost hit him. Start behind 1-0. Castillo over at first base. So that slow roller up the middle. 1-0 pitch. That one hard hit to left. Taylor over towards the track, to the wall. He watches it, he leaps, and it's gone. Well, there it is. A 2-run home run for Gateway. They take a 3-1 lead on that one. .104 off the bat. A high home run.
3, Edwin Mateo.
And now Gonzalez going to have to reset himself after that one. Get back into it. Now down 3-1. He'll have to face Edwin Mateo here. First pitch to him, that one misses low, and he starts behind him 1-0. Mentioned it. They hit home runs. Your hope is to not have runners on. There was a runner on for that one. 1-0 pitch runs outside. It's a 2-0 count. .2-0 pitch fastball. Got him swinging on that pitch. Back in the count now. It's a 2-1 count. That one, Dale Thomas's 9th home run of the season. His second year with Gateway. Only had 2 last year. That pitch just misses inside. Behind him, 3-1. He only played in 24 games last year for Gateway. 3-1 pitch, pulled the string on a back foot breaker, got him swinging, so he's run the count to full. Payoff pitch, chopper towards first. Mindham gets under his glove. Cruz can't get to it. And another slow roller across the infield.
First baseman, 20,
Another base hit.
Paxton Wallace.
Again, gave up that towering home run, but the other 2 hits he's given up in this inning have been bad luck, just barely getting through the infield. That one only 85 off the bat. Now he's to go up against Paxton Wallace. Still only 1 away in this inning. First pitch, runner takes off. That one is fouled off the mesh fence. And Wallace will start behind 0-1. Mateo was ready and took off there. The 0-1 pitch to Wallace. Mateo stays. That one is a chopper towards short. Parks gloves it. Backhand toss to second for 1. Throw to first is high and away. He can't get the glove down. So the runner at first is safe, but what a toss from Paven Parks to at least get 1.
Center fielder, 5, Cole Brennan.
Now there are 2 away. Runner still at first. Otters trailing 3-1. But Gonzalez, again, outside of that one hard hit to Dale Thomas, hasn't been hit all that hard. First pitch just misses outside and low. Starts behind Brandon 1-0. Brandon walked and came around to score last inning. 1-0 pitch. That one misses outside to 2-0 count. Runner at first is Paxton Wallace. Brandon waits and for the 2-0 pitch to pop up in the infield. Pierce in on it in foul territory and brings it in for out number 3. So the Grizzlies get 2 on the long ball. They lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VANDCasa.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Otters up to bat here in the fourth inning, and they got a play from behind after the two-run home run from Dale Thomas. They are trailing it 3-1, but a game that they can come back in. Obviously, Weinberg's on the mound, has a history of being very tough to hit, especially for the Otters. No reason they can't get to him. They've threatened a couple in these innings. All that being said, they are still searching for their first hit, however. A couple of walks reached via the error. They still haven't gotten a hit yet. Haven Parks will be the first to meet him. He led off the second inning with a walk, eventually came around to score the lone run so far for Evansville. After a bad pickoff attempt and then a wild pitch scored him. Parks will step into the left-handed batter's box. Quick note that Brockton Schomburg's suspension got pushed to the 13th, so that will not be until tomorrow, which I thought was an interesting choice. First pitch, he pops that one up on the left side. Over toward is Stewart, ranging into foul territory. He will get under it and bring it in for a first out pop-up. First pitch pop-up, I should say. Next is Graham Brown. Brown, one of the six strikeout victims. Weinberg has had two strikeouts in each of his first 3 innings. Sets from the stretch. First pitch, fastball. Catches the outside part of the plate, and he's ahead 0-1. He has lived on that outside part of the plate. He's been given it, he's used it, and these Otters hitters have not been able to see it so far. The 0-1 pitch to Brown. Off speed, he leaves it up as he hits it deep into center field. Back on it is Brandon to the track, but it's just a loud out number 2. Hit it to the deepest part of this ballpark. He gets nothing for it. Now it's 2 away. Logan Brown will step to the plate. Had 2 hits last night. Still helping Evansville search for their first hit in this one. Weinberg has worked quick in this inning. Only 3 pitches so far. First pitch to Brown. He takes that one inside for a ball, and he starts ahead 1-0. Stewart has the idea of a bunt in his head. He's playing a little bit more in than you would expect on a guy like Brown. But still plenty of space. If he wanted to lay down a bunt, he could. 1-0 pitch swings through that one, even to count up at 1-1. It's not been a pretty no-hitter so far for Weinbergs, but it's been a no-hitter nonetheless. A couple of walks, an error, a wild pitch that allowed a run to score. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside, to 2-1 count. With Keenan Taylor on deck, this is a prime spot for one of those bloops or maybe even a walk and a blast to tie this game back up. 2-1 pitch. Fastball. He fouls that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. Counts even at 2-2 for Logan Brown. Former USI Screaming Eagle awaits a 2-2 pitch. Off-speed backdoor breaker doesn't get the call. Man, he was halfway to the dugout. But count runs full. You get why. He's been on the outside part of the plate on righties and lefties. He's been given that, but wasn't given it there. Payoff pitch to the Otters catcher. Off speed, he goes up and gets it, places it perfectly past the shift for a 2-out single. Otters in the hit column on a Logan Brown opposite field base hit. Threw the off-speed pitch up and away in the zone, and he just couldn't place that more perfectly along the third base line. So now with 2 away, you got the bloop. Here comes Taylor. Tied for the lead in home runs with 8. First pitch, fastball, stays low, and he jumps ahead 1-0. Didn't get a hit last night, but did earn a walk. And so struck out twice and popped out back to the pitcher. 1-0 pitch, off speed, just doesn't break enough. That's a 2-0 count. Tried to get the front door slider, but if he had gotten it to break enough, he left it high enough where it was more of a hanging pitch than a good pitch. The 2-0 from Weinbergs. Fastball outside, ball 3. So now a 3-0 count. You wonder if Keenan Taylor, with his kind of power and the situation they're in, if he is the green light here. On deck is J.J. Cruz. Weinberg sets, delivers. First pitch swinging at that one. Gets it through the gap between the third baseman and shortstop. He did have the green light on 3-0. Back-to-back singles. And now runners at first and second, and 2 away for the second straight inning.
Second baseman, number 17, J.J. Cruz.
Next is for J.J. Cruz. Had a hit last night. Mentioned his 3 home runs back on July 4th. 2 runners on, 2 away. Otters trail by 2. First pitch swung at the breaker. Got him out in front, and he's behind 0-1. He wanted that first pitch. One of the many players on this Otters team that's not afraid to go up there hacking. Nice to work from behind 0-1. Weinbergs looks in, now delivers. Another fastball. He just puts his bat out there and fouls it off. Count now at 0-2. You're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Weinbergs had gone 3 2/3 without giving up a hit. But back-to-back singles. J.J. Cruz here with an 0-2 count. Weinbergs is set. Takes a deep breath, looks back, now delivers. That one in the dirt, stopped by Alvarez, so no advance. It's 3 runs on 4 hits for Gateway, 1 run on 2 hits for Evansville. Both those hits coming in this inning. Also 2 errors for Gateway compared to Evansville's 0. 1-2 pitch. Pulled the string, got him swinging, and they strand 2 more runners. So they threaten with back-to-back 2-out hits, but Evansville can't put any runs in. They trail 3-1 as we head to the 5th. Here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND casa.com.
It's time for the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless apps are here. Dine in only. Visit either Evansville locations at 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road for details. Gonzalez out there. Struggled a little bit in that last inning. Give up the one-out single, which was, of course, the 67 off the bat that barely made it through. But then the home run from Dale Thomas, currently the difference in this game, as the Otters trail 3-1. First pitch to the leadoff hitter, Jose Alvarez, is taken for a strike on a beautiful front door breaker. And Gonzalez is ahead of him 0-1. Next pitch, another breaker. That one bends a little bit too far outside, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now 70 pitches for Yoan. See how long they want him to go here. 1-1 pitch. Another breaker. He fouls that one up and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best and never regret it. Alvarez behind 1-2 and has to battle. Seen this a few times though, where they get behind, but then they start battling and work walks. 1-2 pitch, front door breaker, checked his swing but fouled it off, and we'll do it again. Alvarez steps back in. He's 1 for 1 on the day with a single. Earned a walk back in the first inning. The 1-2 pitch, another breaker. He puts that one on the ground towards Parks. Long throw to first in time for out number 1. Got him off stride, and a big out number 1 for Gonzalez as he gets back in the right way. Hopefully he can follow that up with another one of Abdiel Diaz.
Shortstop 1, Abdiel Diaz.
Diaz is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Did reach via the fielder's choice back in the third. Diaz awaits a first pitch. That one inside, and it's going to be ball 1. Switch hitting shortstop, entering at a .284 batting average. That pitch chopped towards first, but foul.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention.
Even the count up at 1-1.
Parked your sleigh and 9 reindeer on the roof of the Crawford Door Building. It needs to be moved or it will be impounded. Thank you.
Next pitch, backdoor breaker didn't catch the back door. Count moves to 2-1. Diaz making his 22nd appearance this year. 2-1 pitch. That one's lasered into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It'll be cut off by Graham Brown. Big turnover at first from Diaz, but he will scamper back to first base with a 1-out base knock. That was a fastball down the outside part of the plate that he put it back where it came from, essentially. Found the open grass in the outfield, and another 1-out hit. That's how it started last inning, and now he's got to go up against Schallenberger. 0 for 1, drew a walk in his first at-bat, but did ground into a double play his last time up. We saw Diaz try to attempt a steal last time he was on the base paths. Check over at first. Strong throw over there, but nothing doing. Diaz is 9 for 10 in stolen base attempts this season. Last year in 86 games was 26 for 28. See if they want to test him here. First pitch doesn't go. That pitch outside for a ball, and Schallenberger's ahead 1-0. One away here in the top of the 5th inning. It's been a much different game from last night. Both pitchers have looked pretty good, all things being considered, through the first 4. Gonzalez sets and delivers. That one's a high pop-up into left. In on it is Taylor, still coming in on it, and he will slide and bring it in for out number 2. So a nifty play there from Keenan Taylor out and left. And with 2 away, it's DJ Stewart to try to extend this 5th inning. Gonzalez looks in and comes set. First pitch, swinging for Stewart. Tried to send that one out past the brick wall, but came up empty, and he's behind 0-1. Here is that 0-1 pitch. That one outside. Throw back behind Diaz, but he gets back in time. Count evens up at 1-1. That pitch just fouled back. Count runs to 1-2 now. Stewart, 10 home runs on the season, a 381 OBP, trying to help extend this Grizzlies 3-1 lead. 1-2 pitch, runner takes off, that pitch high. Throw down, that one is going to be not in time as Diaz swipes his 10th bag of the season. So now all of a sudden a runner in scoring position for Stewart with a 2-2 count and 2 away. Gonzalez sets, takes a deep breath, looks back now, delivers a 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging on the breaker. German-American bank strikeout for Yohan Gonzalez. And he is through 5, and he has worked a great game and done what he's needed to do to keep Evansville in it. They come to bat in the bottom of the 5th, trying to get back in this one. They trail 3-1 here on the Otters Digital Network and on 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and More can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We had the bottom of the 5th inning of the Buffalo Wild Wings 5th inning. Bottomless apps are here. It's dine in only. Visit either Evansville locations at 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green Road for details. Feinbergs is out there once again. No surprise there as he has looked great. Had gone 3 2/3 before surrendering a hit. Did give up two out hits, so hopefully that's a change for Evansville as they've maybe figured something out. It'll be Ellis Schwartz and then back to the top of the lineup for the 3rd time through. No one warming up in either bullpen. Both pitchers are up there in pitches. Feinbergs with 75 through 4. See if Evansville can try to get to him here. First it's Schwartz. First pitch to him. He scores on a bunt, puts it down, a beauty. Stewart's going to have to barehand it again. That barehand throw, it's not going to be in time. Ellis Schwartz, a bunt single, and the Otters with a leadoff runner on here in the 5th. Again, with the way they play their defense against these lefties, leaves them open to the bunt singles, and with Schwartz' speed, why not? Now it's back to the top of the lineup. The Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce. First pitch to him outside for a ball. Good job by Alvarez to make sure it didn't get by him. Pierce ahead of him 1-0. Feinberg's get up 3 hits in his last 4 batters. That pitch pulled the string out in front of him, evens it up at 1-1. Pierce with 6 home runs on the season. Came on and made a big name for himself early in this season for Evansville. Awaits the 1-1 pitch. Fastball lined into center field for a base hit. Schwartz will round second but stay there. And back-to-back singles. Evansville, as I've said, looks like they maybe found something on Feinberg's here. 4 hits the last 5 batters. Runners at first and second, no one away for David Mendham, who's already worked an impressive walk today.
First baseman, number 34, David Mendham.
That walk for Mendham was his 27th on the year. Going to get a mound visit. Again, no one warming up for Gateway yet, so probably not going to take him out here unless they want to bring in a position player, but I don't think they have one of those they would traditionally use. Obviously, we saw some position players being used back in Gateway for that first game, but that was a special circumstance. And we'll say Edwin Mateo, he can get up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
But they're just having a conversation.
Recovered a lost item.
As I was saying, Mendham with 27 walks on the season, which is a very impressive number when you consider missed about a month of the season.
Thank you.
Pavin Parks, who currently leads the team with 29 walks, actually 30 walks, because he also worked a walk today. He's playing in game 52. For Mendham, he's playing in game 31. This is something he's been very good at ever since he joined the team last year. And now he steps up with runners at first and second, no one away. He swung at the first pitch both times. Here comes that first pitch. Swinging, high chopper to first, but it's going to go foul, and it's going to be an 0-1 count. We'll say if that one stayed fair, probably would have had runners at second and third with only one away. Mendham, the 25-year-old, he'll turn 26 tomorrow out of Canada. His second season here with the Otters. The 0-1 pitch, fouled off an off-speed pitch. Now he's behind 0-2 and has to battle. Played his first season with South Carolina back in 2021. But in 22 and 23, he played with Oklahoma State and was much of the same player we see here today. Feinberg's is set, delivers the 0-2 pitch. Another off speed, that one stays outside, and the count moves to 1-2. Last year with a 426 OBP, above 300 batting average. He's played very similar to that this year. Doesn't have as many doubles, but he has been great at getting on base, even better this season. 1-2 pitch, watches that one stay up and away, and now the count runs to 2-2. Worked an 8-pitch walk his last time up. Went down 0-2 here, but has worked it back to even. Tying run is at first. The go-ahead run is at the plate in Mendham. 2-2 pitch. Chopper, second baseman, is going to have to go a distance to make the play. He throws it past the first baseman all the way to the Otters bullpen. Schwartz is going to score. Mendham is going to get to second base. And another defensive mistake have allowed the Otters to score and put runners at second and third with no one away. Mendham found the hole. Looked like at the very least it was going to be only one out. It's going to be a close play at first, but the second baseman, Thomas, just pulled the ball. No one's out instead. And there are runners at second and third, no one away. They're going to give, I believe, that just being an E4, no hit. Yes. First pitch, Jones pulled the string on him. Was hunting the first pitch, but didn't get what he wanted, and he's behind 0-1. Another big spot here for Jones. Came up with runners at first and second and 2 away back in the third. Struck out there. Big at bat here. The 0-1 pitch. Another off speedy. Fouls that one off the end of the bat. Now he's behind 0-2 and has to battle. Otters get a run. They're behind 3-2 now. Still no one away. Tying runs at third. Go-ahead runs at second here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jones at the plate. Looked like he may have broken his bat. He's going to ask for a new one. So, yeah, he's going to get a new baseball bat. Mentioned it was an off-speed pitch that he got off the end of the bat. No, he's going to say it's fine. Maybe using that to play for more time. I don't know. Either way, count still 0-2. Jones steps back into the box. Corners are in. Middle infielders are playing back. The 0-2 pitch from Weinbergs. Another off speed. Got him swinging. Threw it to him. Got him swinging. Now there's one away. Runner still at second and third.
Number 13, Haven Parks.
I gotta say, with the way Pavin's been swinging the bat and drawing walks, you wonder if they try to get him swinging at the first couple of pitches by not giving him something to swing at, and then you give him the old little just take first base. But we'll see. Time is called. A ball from the Grizzlies bullpen gets away, so they'll call time and we'll reset everything. Big spot here for Evansville. Got one off the mistake from Gateway. 3 errors for Gateway in this game. Back-to-back singles to lead off the inning. Runners at second and third now. Only one away. Pavin Parks at the plate. Tying run is Dennis Pierce. The go-ahead run is David Mendham at second base. First pitch off speed finds the zone and he's ahead 0-1. Left that one middle. Now the count's 0-1 to the Otters shortstop. Now they're playing in a pretty heavy pool. Ton of room between third base and the third baseman. 0-1 pitch, fastball, misses outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Again, base open. The way Pavin's been swinging the bat, if I'm Weinbergs, I'm not giving anything to hit, which is what makes that first pitch so surprising. We'll see what he does here. 1-1 pitch. That fastball inside, no, called strike 2. That one looked like it may have just gotten back to the zone. Now Pavin has to work from behind 1-2. Weinberg set once again, delivers the 1-2 pitch. That one laser towards the shortstop. Be brought in by Diaz. Long throw to first in time, but a run will score. This game is tied. So Pavin does his job. Gets a run in.
Center fielder, number 24, Graham Brown.
And now 2 away. That go-ahead run still at second base for Graham Brown. Obviously, that's not been as elite as it was to begin the season, but still 14 two-out RBIs for him. And a big spot here. First pitch swinging. High pop-up towards the right side of the infield. Thomas will camp under it and bring it in for out number 3. But the Otters strike for 2. They tie it here at 3 as we head to the 6th inning. You're listening to the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you can be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND casa.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
We head to the 6th. We're tied up here at 3 here at historic Bossy Field. Evansville trying to break this 10-game skid they've been on. They're playing some good baseball tonight with this very good Gateway team. Yohan Gonzalez back out there for another inning of work. Did give up a single last inning, but worked around it to work a scoreless fifth frame. The Otters hoping they can give him another scoreless frame. He's thrown 84 pitches so far. Threw 83 in his last start, but they're extending him out even more. First one to face him is Victor Castillo. He takes that first pitch outside for a ball. Starts ahead 1-0. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball. That one misses low. 2-0 count. That's not foul. Castillo does have a hit in this game. 2-0 pitch. That one at the knees for a strike. Back in the count now is Gonzalez, 2-1. Working quickly, that pitch, backdoor breaker, finds the zone, evens the count up at 2-2. Now he calls time. A couple of great pitches there from Gonzalez to get back in the count. Castillo's last time up, a very soft single up the middle, eventually came around to score on the Dale Thomas home run. The 2-2 pitch. High fly ball into center field. Over towards his right is Graham Brown. Taylor will back him up, but Brown will call him off and bring it in for out number 1. So he gets the first out of the inning. The Otters do get an arm warming up in the bullpen.
Second baseman, 15, Dale Thomas.
With one away, here comes Dale Thomas. The big 2-run home run that put the Grizzlies up 2-1 or 3-1 at that point. First pitch, front door breaker, just runs a little bit low. He's behind him 1-0. Working quickly, here comes the next pitch. Fastball, that one catches the outside part of the plate, evens the count up at 1-1. Thomas thought that one might have been a little bit too far outside, but hit the bottom right corner. The 1-1 pitch, fastball, hefty swing. He wanted his second home run of the game. He comes up empty. And the count's at 1-2. He wanted to send that one to Heidelbach. The 1-2 pitch. Another fastball. High fly ball into right field. That one's hooking into foul territory, and it's going to get overhead. For an overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. We'll do 1 and 2 again. Thomas steps back in. Gonzalez looks in, agrees, now winds up and delivers. Another high pop-up out of play, and we'll do it again.
You have 30 minutes left to place a bid on one of the jerseys being worn by the Otters this evening. Scan the QR codes around the ballpark to place your bid on Dash.
Gonzalez delivers the next 1-2 pitch. Breaker fouled off again. Thomas in a battle here. Again, this is by far the most pitches Gonzalez has thrown in an outing in his career. The next 1-2. Another breaker. Chopper towards short. Parks takes it in on a hop. Throw to first is high, but Mendham brings it in for out number 2. The 6'3" Mendham able to stretch up and get it. And with 2 away, it'll be up to Edwin Mateo to try to extend this inning.
Left fielder, 3, Edwin Mateo.
First pitch. Breaker in there for a strike, and he starts ahead of him 0-1. Gonzalez did pitch for Bethune-Cookman and back in 22 in his first of 2 years. That one is a laser into left field, but it's going to get out of play. Count's going to be at 0-2. Started 6 games for them. 6 of his 15 appearances were starts. Didn't make a single start in 23 for them. Since then has not started in a game until this season. The 0-2 pitch to Mateo. Fastball stays high. Count moves to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3 at the knees. A German-American bank strikeout, and Gonzalez is through 6. And we're tied at 3 as we head to the bottom half here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com.
Call of the bullpen for Gateway is Alvary De Los Santos. De Los Santos on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenover Road, or call 812-475-9000. So De Los Santos, who started in the rotation, he made 7 starts. Is making his 17th appearance, and he has been very good. He's made 8 straight appearances without allowing a run. In that time, he's only allowed 3 hits. He's only walked 3 batters. And he struck out 11 batters. Enters in a 10 1/3 inning scoreless streak. He will face Logan Brown, Keenan Taylor, and J.J. Cruz. De Los Santos made the start back on May 10th. That first pitch runs up for a ball, 1-0. That was the game that Evansville won. He went 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. Next pitch swung through that one. Count evens up at 1-1. Walked 4 and struck out 4, but he's found his stride here in the bullpen. Works from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball inside, almost got him, but does get out of the way. Count moves to 2-1. Two-one pitch, fastball. Just misses outside. Now it's a 3-1 count. So again, he hasn't really had walk problems out of the bullpen, but he's going to have to work from behind here, 3-1. That fastball does catch the zone. Evens count up at full. This is only the second time he's entered a game that it's been tied. Payoff pitch, chopper towards first, past the glove of Wallace, and another single for Logan Brown. 3 straight multi-hit games for Logan Brown. He is finding his stride right now. That will bring up Keenan Taylor. He singled his last time up as well. Taylor steps into the right-handed batter's box. Squares around to bunt. Hard bunt towards third. Stewart, another bare hand throw. Strong throw is in time. Needed it to get Taylor. 1 away, but a runner at second now with only 1 away. That brings up J.J. Cruz. I was about to say that Keenan Taylor, his last time against him, doubled off them to score 2 runs, but just went with the sack bunt there to put a runner in scoring position. Conversation now being had on the mound. It's J.J. Cruz, Ellis Schwartz that are due up next. Kyle Eastman goes out there to break it up. Now they will walk back to get behind the plate. We're in the bottom of the 6th, knotted up at 3. Both teams with 5 hits. Evansville, no errors. Gateway, 3 errors. Cruz stands in the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to him. Fastball outside, and he gets ahead 1-0. Again, De Los Santos has been so tough to hit coming into this one. Next pitch, pulled the string, got him off stride, and he's ahead one. You're evened up at 1-1. The 25-year-old out of Pedro Santana in the Dominican Republic delivers the 1-1 pitch. Fastball fouled off. Counts at 1-2 now. Cruz last night, 1 for 4, but struck out 3 times. Big spot here. 1-2 pitch. Lifts that one high and overhead. An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. And we'll do 1-2 again. Since De Los Santos' outings where he gave up 6 runs in 2/2 against New York and then 6 runs in 1 inning against Schaumburg, he's been so good, and he pulls the string and gets J.J. Cruz swinging at that one. His 5th time he's gone down by the strikeout this series. Now it's 2 away with Ellis Schwartz. But I'll tell you what, Schwartz has been big in this spot before. It's 1 for 2 tonight, 2 hits last night, had a 2-out RBI. That was then to get the Otters on the board, but they were already down 11-1. But a 2-out RBI here in a very similar situation, but the Otters on top. First pitch fastball, swings at that one. He's behind 0-1. Should say it was more of a splitter. It says on here he throws 7 different pitches. That was not his fastball, but definitely a faster pitch. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside, evens it up at 1-1. Not a bad pitch there, but it was dropped behind the plate. Didn't help him. 2 outs. Runner at second is the go-ahead run, represented by Logan Brown. Schwartz at the plate. 1-1 pitch. That one catches the back door. And now Schwartz behind 1-2. He'll call time. As I've said this all series since he's been starting, but Schwartz has really taken advantage in the limited action he's had this year. And right now is a big spot with a team that's lost 10 in a row. You're in a close 3-3 game here late. That runner at second is the go-ahead run. Tough reliever on the mound. 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. And the Otters get a runner in scoring position. But back-to-back strikeouts gets De Los Santos out of the inning. We'll head to the back three frames, tied at 3. We'll have a new pitcher on the mound for Evansville, and more on him when we come back here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Called the bullpen for Evansville is Nolan Phoebe. Phoebe on the mound, Logan Brown behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Greenriver Road, or called 812-475-9000. Nolan Phoebe enters in a big spot. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Knotted up at 3, and they're going to need a clean outing from him here. His last time out, he faced Washington, set them down 1-2-3 in a clean inning. Also faced them for an inning and 2/3 back on July 8th, where he did give up a run, but only that one run, gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 1. Phoebe has been really good at times, but he's had some outings where he struggled with command. And you hope that you get the good version of him here. He'll face 8-9-1 in Paxton Wallace, Cole Brandon, and Jose Alvarez. First pitch to Wallace is a first pitch swinging. He fouls that one up and overhead for an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best. Never regret it. And Wallace is behind 0-1. Wallace has missed plenty of time with injury this season. Just getting back into the full swing of things. 0-1 pitch. Off speed, stays outside. Evens the count up at 1-1. Had finally made his return back when Evansville traveled to Gateway. He's making his 17th appearance this season. 1-1 pitch, hard liner into right field. Schwartz over towards it. That one is still tailing. It's going to land in the corner for at least a double. Schwartz throws it in. A hard throw is going to keep him at second base. But a leadoff double for Paxton Wallace, and Gateway's threatening here early in this inning. Outfield was shifted more towards the left, and with that, Schwartz almost had no chance to get that one that landed in the back corner of the outfield. So with no one out and a runner at second base, we're going to see how Gateway plays this. Cole Brandon at the plate, a bunt here. If he bunts it down the third base line, it is going to be an easy play just to get him. So we'll see what they're going to do here. Phoebe looks into Brown, comes set, delivers. Brandon squares. Pitch is high and away for a ball. With Pavin Parks holding on the runner at second, Wallace. And Pierce pushing, basically going to give that third base to Wallace. Squares around a bunt there, gets it down. It's going to be Pierce who brings it in. The throw to first is going to be in time with Cruz covering, but the runner does advance to third. And with one away, a runner at third base, the go-ahead runner, going to need a couple of big pitches here to get out of this inning. It's Jose Alvarez at the plate.
Catcher 9, Jose Alvarez.
He's 1 for 2, a walk, a single back in the third inning, and then a ground out to short his last time up. Did strike out 3 times last night. Infield is in. First pitch swinging, liner to left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. The go-ahead run's going to score, and a one-out base knock puts Gateway out in front 4-3.
Shortstop 1, Abdiel Diaz.
And now you just got to reset yourself and try to work through this inning to keep this deficit at 1. Diaz steps into the left-handed batter's box. Singled his last time up, 1 for 3 otherwise. First pitch, taken low. Jumps out in front 1-0. The Otters going to need another comeback. This is what I said you didn't want to see happen, is let Gateway get a late lead. 1-0 pitch, stays high, 2-0. Now Thebe struggling to find the zone against Diaz here. The back end of Gateway's bullpen has been no less than elite. Now the Otters are going to have to try to find a run against them. 2-0 pitch to Diaz. That one just catches the corner. Back in the count is Thebe. It's 2-1 count. Diaz, the 30-year-old, in the left-handed batter's box. 2-1 pitch inside. Good stop by Brown. It's a 3-1 count. Another guy that dealt with some injury this year, so only has played 21 games, but he has been very good for this Gateway offense. That's also been really good. 3-1 pitch, called strike 2. Diaz was ready to go down to first base, but instead it's a full count. Evansville's bullpen gets up and throwing. The payoff pitch to Diaz. Hard liner into right field. Schwartz is going to have to move in on it, and he will bring it in for out number 2. Similar to the pitch that Diaz hit out of here, but a little bit more in, and it jammed him just enough to be a fly out for out number 2. And with 2 away, it's up to Mark Schallenberger. Gateway took the lead in this inning. They're up 4-3. The leadoff double by Paxton Wallace, the sac bunt from Cole Brannon, the single over the infield that was playing in for Jose Alvarez. It's a difference right now in this ballgame. First pitch is low for a ball. Schallenberger still looking for his first hit in this game. Did reach via the walk in the first inning. Was grounded into a double play and flown out. 1-0 pitch. That one just catches the outside part of the plate, evens it up at 1-1. It's Nick McAuliffe warming up out in the Otters bullpen. Thebe sets. Delivers the 1-1 pitch to Schallenberger. Off-speed pitch fouled off. He's ahead of him 1-2. Thebe's reined it in here. Still need to make sure you get out of this inning. Schaumburger, a dangerous bat at the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. German American Bank strikeout for Phoebe, but not before. Gateway strikes for a run. They lead 4-3 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. I'll give you Zane Claudefelter for this amazing enactment.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, and we'll root for the Otters. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Nicely done. Let's get some runs.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Bottom of the 7th time. Alvary De Los Santos back out there for another inning of work. They managed to get a runner to second against him, but other than that, they face a guy who has been so good, now 11 1/3 straight scoreless innings. But again, a guy who has given up runs. Gateway, a team that's not afraid to go to an arm in the middle of an inning. So you wonder if they're going to send him out there for the entire inning. Mindom on deck. Maybe they go to a lefty afterwards, but Mindom is followed by Jones, a righty, then Parks, a lefty. So a very right then left lineup for Andy McCauley tonight. Dennis Pierce, Edward Jones leadoff bat of the game. First pitch, chopper towards third. Stewart takes it on a hop. I think Pierce may have thought it either he slipped or it fouled him off himself.
First baseman.
I think he must have slipped, so it's going to be an out number 1. Pierce wasn't even really running because he slipped out of the box. Now it's David Mindom after that quick first out. Mindom is 0 for 2, a walk, and also reached via the error back in the 5th inning. First pitch from De Los Santos. Runs inside, and it's called ball 1. Took a little bit off of that one. Now the 1-0 pitch. That's a fastball. Called outside, ball 2. LJ Jones on deck. Mindom trying to get on in front of him. There is action in the Grizzlies bullpen. 2-0 pitch. Pulled the string and got it in there. 2-1 count. It is a righty warming up out there. I believe it might be Matt Hickey. 2-1 pitch to Mindom. Swings at that fastball. Comes up with nothing. Evens the count up at 2-2. Mindom calls time and resets himself. The Otters trailing 4-3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Was tied 3-3 going into the 7th. Gateway got a run. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Runs full. Since that 3-pitch strikeout in the first inning, Mindom has worked 3 long at-bats. Another one here. Payoff pitch. Chopper up the middle, off the hand of De Los Santos. Backhand by Diaz. Throw to first is in time. The 1-6-3.
Designated
They were playing the pool, so Diaz was on it all the way. De Los Santos almost made it more difficult than he had to. But it is caught for out number 2. Now it's LJ Jones. He's 0 for 3, a couple of strikeouts. First pitch outside ball, and he's ahead 1-0. Jones has plenty of home run power, but still searching for his first hit since we were back at home against Mississippi. That pitch in there for a strike, evens it up at 1-1. De Los Santos trying to work his first 2-inning appearance. That one's hard, hitting a deep left center field. Back on it is Mateo, to the track, to the wall, it's gone! LJ Jones ties it in the 7th. We're all knotted up at 4. A huge home run. Hung an off-speed pitch, and LJ turned on it. 382 out to left center field. Brand new ball game here at Bosse Field. Now it's Pavin Parks. First pitch swinging. He's behind 0-1. Wanted to follow that act. Next pitch swinging for Pavin again. He's behind 0-2 now. That one a fastball he just couldn't catch up to. Now he calls time and resets himself, trying to keep this 7th inning alive. Oh, 2 pitch. Fastball. High pop up into left field. It's going to get up and out of play. And we'll do 0-2 again. Another fastball. 89 on the first pitch. Back-to-back fastballs. Next 0-2. That one runs inside. Tried to go back foot, but couldn't locate it. Now the count's at 1-2. LJ Jones's 5th home run of the season has tied it up. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-2, chopper towards second. Thomas will bring it in. Throw to first in time. Forced Walls to stretch, but got it either way. So the Otters are out of the 7th, but not before LJ Jones ties it up. We're through 7 in the ball game, all knotted up at 4. We head to the 8th here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
We head to the 8th inning. New pitcher on the mound is Nick McAuliffe. McAuliffe on the mound, Logan Brown behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or called 812-475-9000. McAuliffe enters with a 4.36 ERA. His last outing against Washington went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a run, a hit, walked 2. Didn't strike out anybody. Came after an outing where he went against Washington, worked a 1-2-3 inning. Pitched against Schaumburg on July 4th. Gave up a couple of runs on 3 hits. He's been one of the back-end arms since Nate Wolgemuth and Griff Hughes got signed. And they need him to work a scoreless 8th here. He will face DJ Stewart, Victor Castillo, and Dale Thomas. Stewart, 10 home runs on the season. He's 0 for 3 on the day, but he's not afraid to go first pitch hunting to try to break up this 4-4 tie. First pitch, fastball, tried to. Came up empty and he's behind 0-1. McAuliffe works from the windup. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Off speed, got him fouling it off. Now it's an 0-2 count. McAuliffe, the rookie out of Phillipsburg, New Jersey. Big 8th inning. 0-2 pitch. Tried to pull the string on him again, but he fouled that one off and will do it again. Tough part of the lineup for McAuliffe to face. Coming up, Victor Castillo, he's 1 for 3, and then Dale Thomas also 1 for 3, but with that home run. Next 0-2 pitch. Got him out in front again, but he just keeps battling. Hasn't gone fastball yet this at bat. Still has him at 0-2. Far first base side of the rubber. Delivers the 0-2 pitch. Pulled the string, he went. German American Bank strikeout for Nick McAuliffe. A big out number 1. Getting that leadoff batter is always huge. And now you face Victor Castillo.
Right fielder, 6, Victor Castillo.
His single back in the 4th inning in front of the Dale Thomas home run was about as soft as they come. Other than that, he's flown out to center and he's grounded out. First pitch, pulled the string again. He fouled it off and he's ahead 0-1. He's feeling very confident in that off-speed stuff. Hasn't thrown a fastball against a batter yet. Here's the 0-1. Another off-speed. Castillo fouls it off himself. Now he's behind 0-2. He's been able to place it, though. Castillo calls time. Now he steps back into the left-handed batter's box. McAuliffe looks in. He agrees and delivers. Went fastball, checked his swing. He didn't go. This is a third base umpire, Laurie. Counts at 1-2. So he unleashed the fastball there at 94. It was up and away. Almost got Castillo to go, but he held up. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball again, that one even wider. Now it's a 2-2 count. So he's thrown 2 fastballs. Both of them have missed. The off-speed stuff's been on, though. 2-2. Pulled the string. He checked his swing again. Count runs full. Couple of high pitches, then went way low. Tried to get him swinging at that one, but couldn't. Now the count's full. 1 away here in the 8th inning, knotted up at 4. McAuliffe takes a deep breath and delivers. Got him swinging on the off-speed pitch. Back-to-back German American Bank strikeouts for Nick McAuliffe. 2 away.
Second baseman, 15, Dale Thomas.
Next up is Dale Thomas. Home run already in the game. Went heavy swinging his last time up. First pitch. Throws the off-speed pitch, but that one runs a little bit low. He's behind 1-0. The 1-0 pitch from McAuliffe. Another off-speed. That one at the knees. Evens it up at 1-1. Both times he's thrown the fastball, he's missed arm side. 1-1 pitch. Another off-speed. Fouls it off. Counts at 1-2. And with that being said, last thing you want to do is hit a batter at 1-2 with 2 away. See if he can locate the fastball, if he wants to go back with the off-speed stuff. 1-2 pitch. Went fastball, but just missed a bit outside. Evens up at 2-2. McAuliffe looks in from the windup. The 2-2 pitch. Off-speed in the dirt. Count runs full. Back-to-back full counts for McAuliffe now. Got Castillo swinging in the last at bat, and then Dale Thomas here at the full count. Edwin Mateo is awaiting on deck. Deep breath for McAuliffe. Sets, delivers. Through the off-speed pitch, beauty, but he fouled it off. We'll do it again. Dale Thomas at second base. Usually that's manned by Gabe Holt. That next pitch runs outside, ball four. Tried to get the fastball in there, but couldn't locate it. So a two-out walk extends the inning to Edwin Mateo. I was saying that Dale Thomas at second base, usually manned by Gabe Holt. Played some shortstop in the absence of Abdiel Diaz as well, but his main position is in left field, or I should say in third base. Misread that by a wide margin. Now it's Mateo. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch off speed. Drops it in there for a strike. He's ahead 0-1. Mateo entered this game at exactly a 300 batting average. He's 1 for 3. It's up to a 301. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Pulled that one towards the Otters. Pitchers out in their bullpen. Now counts at 0-2 for Mateo. Back-to-back off-speed pitches. It's what he's felt the most confident in. See where he goes here. Runner at first. It's Dale Thomas. The 0-2 pitch. Thomas takes off. Pitches swung on and missed for strike three. Another German-American Bank strikeout. He walks one but strikes out the side, does McAuliffe. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Still knotted up at 4 here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Call to the bullpen for Gateway is Matt Hickey. Hickey on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Granover Road, or call 812-475-9000. Hickey is making his 27th appearance on the season. It'll tie him for the most appearances by any pitcher of this squad with Francis Peguero. Hickey currently has a 7 2/3 inning streak. Started against Evansville when they came to Gateway. Last time they faced him in the 2-1 loss for Evansville, he went an inning, walked one, struck out 2. Game before that, though, he went 2/3 of an inning, gave up a run on 1 hit. So hopefully Evansville can do the same here. First one to face him is Graham Brown. That pitch way outside for a ball. He jumps ahead 1-0. It's Graham Brown, Logan Brown, Keenan Taylor. Good part of the lineup for Evansville. Alex Valdez is warming up in the pen, assuming if the Otters take the lead. Next pitch to Brown, he fouls that one off. He evens the count up at 1-1. But since that Evansville series, he's gone a clean inning against Lake Erie, another clean inning against Lake Erie where he gave up a hit, inning and a third against Washington where he gave up a hit, inning against Lake Erie, no hits, 2 strikeouts. Next pitch, front door breaker didn't break enough, 2-1 count. After that, and he went 2 straight outings against Lake Erie where he didn't allow a hit, struck out 2. And then his last outing against Joliet. That one up the middle, but snagged by Matt Hickey. And that's good enough for out number 1. That is bad luck if I've ever seen it. So with 1 away,
Number 28, Logan Brown.
it's Logan Brown. He has singled his last 2 at-bats. Let's finish this off real quick. Hickey's last appearance, he went an inning, gave up 2 hits, struck out 1. That first pitch, backdoor breaker, called a strike. It's ahead of Logan Brown 0-1. Brown trying to improve on his 2-for-3 day. 0-1 pitch, laser towards the left, snagged by Stewart. Throw to first is in time for out number 2. A couple of good defensive plays for Gateway.
Keenan Taylor.
And with 2 away, it's up to Keenan Taylor. Gateway will have 8-9-1. It's where they struck for a run in the 7th. But first, Hickey has to get past Keenan Taylor. First pitch swingy, fouls that one off, and he's behind 0-1. Taylor is 1 for 2. He's set down a sac bunt his last time up. OPP above 400 for the All-Star. 0-1 pitch. Up and in, it hit him. And a 2-out base runner for Evansville extends the inning to J.J. Cruz. Obviously, 2 away didn't mean to do it, and you hope Evansville can take advantage of it.
Number 17, J.J. Cruz.
It was a 2-out home run for L.J. Jones that tied it at 4. And now the go-ahead runner at first base is Keenan Taylor. Now we're going to have a conversation on the mound. There is a lefty up in the bullpen. And again, Gateway's not afraid to go to their bullpen, and they will here. They will send the lefty to the mound. And we'll see if the Otters let J.J. Cruz hit. But we'll have more of the new pitcher when we take after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
Gateway call to the mound is Leone De La Cruz. De La Cruz on the mound. Alvarez behind the plate. That pitcher catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Looks like they will let J.J. Cruz hit here, with Keenan Taylor at first base. It'll be J.J. Cruz, Ellis Schwartz up behind him. That go-ahead run, and Keenan Taylor. I was going to mention about his stolen base success. Truth is, it's been a minute since he's stolen a bag. Hasn't stolen one since June 18th against Washington. And now a lefty on the mound. It's going to be even tougher. J.J. Cruz steps in. First pitch from De La Cruz. Slider swung through that one. He's behind 0-1. Saw De La Cruz last night. He pitched a clean inning. Did give up a hit, but struck out 2 in the 4 batters he faced. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball lined up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Taylor's rounding second. He will stay there. But another 2-out base hit for Evansville, and this inning extends to J.T. Benson. He will pinch hit. Benson's going to pinch hit for Ellis Schwartz.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for the Evansville Otters, number 9, J.T. Benson.
And a huge spot for the All-Star here. He has been so good this season. Enters this at-bat with a .411 OBP. And talk about a big spot. Benson will step into the right-handed batter's box to face the lefty De La Cruz. First pitch to Benson. Fastball. Downward movement, and he's behind 0-1. Benson initially got the night off tonight. Last night did go 0 for 4. Next pitch, low and away, evens the count up at 1-1. De La Cruz looks into his catcher Alvarez. He agrees and sets. Tying or go ahead run is Keenan Taylor at second. 1-1 pitch, high fly ball. Hooking into foul territory. Over on it is Stewart. But that one's going to get up and overhead for an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. And we will have a 1-2 count for JT Benson. Along with his all-star teammate Keenan Taylor and Pavin Parks. He's tied with 8 home runs. This game started with 6 strong innings from Yohan Gonzalez, an inning from Thebe, a 3 strikeout inning from Nick McAuliffe. It's held Gateway to 4. That pitch fouled up and overhead, and we'll do it again.
An overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Gateway sent Weinbergs out there for 5 innings. He gave up 3 runs. None of them are going to be earned. Again, 3 errors for Gateway. De Los Santos pitched 2 innings. He gave up a solo shot to L.J. Jones to tie it. Hickey went 2/3 of an inning, hit a batter. Now De Los Santos on the mound. That pitch outside, ball 2. He gave up a hit to J.J. Cruz, the guy they wanted him to get out. Now J.T. Benson pinch hitting for Ellis Schwartz. And a huge spot. Counts 2-2, 2 away. Tying or go-ahead run is at second base. Both teams with 7 hits and 4 runs. Santos holds, now steps off and will reset. Pitch clock was at 1. Decided to reset himself. Big pitch here. Trying to find a way to get Benson out. He has battled in this at-bat. De Los Santos is set. Now delivers. Fouled back again. We'll do it again. Had him at 1-2. A foul ball by J.T. Benson. Saw a ball for 2-2 and then fouled that one off. Here's a 7th pitch of this at-bat. Fouls that one off into the crowd. And we'll do it again. Still 2-2. 2 away, 2 on. Game 2 of the series. The Otters trying to get some momentum heading into the All-Star break. De Los Santos looks in again. And delivers. Got him swinging on the slider. So an 8-pitch at-bat goes the way of De Los Santos. Or De La Cruz. And he strands 2 on the base pass. So we'll head to the 9th, tied up at 4 here on the Otters Digital Network and our 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800.
Otters call to the bullpen is Alex Valdez. Valdez on the mound. Logan Brown behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call 812-475-9000. Valdez finishes up his warm-ups. He will try to work a clean top of the ninth inning to get Evansville back to the plate in the bottom of the ninth inning. He will face Paxton Wallace, who doubled to lead off the seventh that allowed Gateway to score their run. Valdez has worked 2 straight outings where he didn't give up a run but earned the loss because of the international tiebreaker runner. First pitch inside for a ball. He's behind of Wallace 1-0. He also got the loss on July 4th against Schaumburg when he gave up the 2 runs in the ninth inning there. Next pitch swung on that one, and he blew the fastball by him, evens the count up at 1-1. He's been the most consistent pitcher out of the bullpen for Evansville. The 1-1 pitch. Checked his swing. It doesn't matter. It's in there for a strike. Counts at 1-2. Last time he faced Gateway was when he came on in the bottom of the ninth inning. Faced 2 batters. Eventually allowed a runner to score. That pitch is high, pop up into foul territory. It's going to get up and overhead for an overhead foul ball. Brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Give up the ground rule double to Tanner Garrison, and then on the bunt attempt, overthrew first base, and Gateway won that game. High chopper towards first. Minden will take it in fair territory and bring it in for out number 1. So big out number 1. That will lead to Cole Brandon. He laid down a sac bunt in the 7th inning to get Paxton Wallace to third base. He also popped up to the third baseman in foul territory and also walked. Valdez works from the windup. First pitch to Brandon. Fastball, he fouls that one up and overhead, and he'll be behind 0-1.
Overhead foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it.
Valdez entering with a 3.37 ERA. This is his 14th appearance. Next pitch, hard liner into left center field. In between Taylor and Brown. Taylor's going to get under it. He's going to fall. Did he bring it in? He did! Keenan Taylor brought it in for out number 2. Reached up and got it. And a big out number 2 on one that felt like a gapper all the way.
Catcher 9, Jose Alvarez.
So now with 2 away in the inning, it's up to Jose Alvarez to try to extend this 9th inning. The Otters have not been afraid to use Valdez for multiple innings in a row. First pitch to Alvarez. He squares around a bunt, but he fouls that one back, and he's behind 0-1. So if this game does go to extra innings, they will not be afraid to use them. Pitch did that in the game against Florence where he stranded the runner. Evansville came around to win that game. 0-1 pitch. Off speed, finds the top of the zone. And now Alvarez behind 0-2. Well, as I mentioned, back-to-back games in Washington, they've put him out there and just wasn't able to get the job done. The 0-2 pitch. Pulled the string, got him swinging. German American Bank strikeout for Alex Valdez, and he pitches a scoreless ninth. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Otters the chance to win it if they can get a run across. We head to that here on the Otters Digital Network, 96.9 WYIR.
Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com. Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Grizzlies called to the bullpen. They go to Keegan Collette. Collette on the mound. Alvarez behind the plate. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call at 812-475-9000. So in comes Keegan Collette, the all-star closer. This is his 19th appearance. He already has 8 saves on the season. His last 3 outings have been saves, one against Washington, one against Lake Erie, and one against Joliet. Now he faces Evansville. This is the 4th time he's faced Evansville this year. Earned his only loss against Evansville in the game back on May 10th. That was when he pitched in the 10th inning and allowed JT Benson to eventually win the game. First pitch to Pierce, taken low for a ball, and he starts ahead 1-0 as we start with the Edward Jones leadoff batter of the game, Dennis Pierce, to lead it off against Collette. Collette has been masterful this season, a 5.5 ERA. That one's fouled off, evens count up at 1-1. Should say a .55 ERA. He has been almost unhittable. He's only given up 1 earned run that came against Lake Erie on June 27th. 1-1 pitch. That one outside, ball 2. 2-1. His one weakness has been the walk, however. Has 10 walks, which, again, in 16 1/3 innings isn't terrible. That one is fouled off, evens the count up at 2-2. He enters this game with a 64% rate of strikeouts as his outs. An incredible number. Two-two pitch to Pierce. Inside, it hit him. Tried to break the front door breaker, but instead he hit Pierce, and the leadoff base runner is on for Evansville.
First baseman, number 34, David Minton.
Next up's David Mindom. If you want a guy to work a walk, here it is. Mindom steps up. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. First pitch, swinging, lifted into left center field. It's going to be caught on the slide by Mateo, and a big catch for out number 1. That one had base hit written all over it.
Number 20, L.J. Jones.
But instead, there's one away. Entering this game, Keegan Collette with a 17.1 K per 9. Been nice to face LJ Jones. His home run is why we're tied at 4-4. Collette sets, delivers the first pitch. Fastball inside, ball 1. If we get to the 10th inning, it'll be 2-3-4 for Gateway, Abdiel Diaz, Mark Schallenberger, and DJ Stewart. 1-0 pitch. That fastball does find his mark. Evens it up at 1-1. Collette looks in, he agrees, and comes set. 1-1 pitch. That one also catches the inside part of the plate. Now it's a 1-2 count. Jones calls time. Back in the series against Florence, he had 2 walk-offs. 1 in extra innings, 1 in the 9th inning. But this is a tall task right now. Just trying to keep getting into Collette. Comes the 1-2 pitch to Jones. Fastball, soft looper into center field. In on it is Brandon and Castillo, and he will call it off and bring it in for out number 2. Just jammed him enough. It stayed in the air enough for Castillo to make the grab. And now 2 away, and it's Pavin Parks. He's 0 for 3 after that walk in the 2nd inning. Big moment. Collette hasn't gone more than an inning. So you wonder what their plan is for the 10th if we get there. First pitch, fastball, misses outside, and he starts ahead 1-0. Runner at first is the winning run. Tied at 4 here in the bottom of the 9th inning. There's 2 away. Pavin Parks at the plate. 1-0 pitch, fastball. Swung through that one, did Pavin, and he counts even at 1-1. Lake Erie did beat Washington 2-0. Joliet's beating Florence 15-1. The 1-1 pitch to Parks. That fastball stays low. It's a 2-1 count. Hasn't thrown many pitches outside of the fastball. He's thrown 8 straight fastballs. Every pitch to Pavin's been a fastball. The 2-1 pitch. Another fastball. That one misses outside. 3-1 count now. Pavin with 8 home runs on the season. One of 3 Otters with 8 home runs. Both these teams are big home run hitters. 3-1 pitch, outside, ball 4. Tying runs in scoring position, or the winning run is now in scoring position. Sidewalk, cafe, and bar for him. Still no hits in this inning for Evansville, but a hit by pitch and a walk has a runner in scoring position. The Otters a base hit away from probably winning this game. Now the coach out there to have a conversation. They will talk about it on the mound. Gateway, a team that's been in a lot of these situations. They have 8 last at-bat losses. They also have 5 last at-bat wins, including 3 against this Evansville team. the first game of the season where they scored 4 runs in the 9th inning to take the lead, and then 2 games in Gateway where they scored in the bottom of the 8th inning to beat Evansville, and then scored in the bottom of the 9th to walk off Evansville. Colette's got to face Graham Brown here. First pitch to him. That's a fastball called strike 1, and Brown behind 0-1. Brown is 0 for 4. Line 1 back up the middle. That was snagged by Matt Hickey. That first pitch was a breaker. 0-1 pitch, fastball. Brown swung through it, and now it's an 0-2 count. Brown calls time. Now steps back in. The three-year veteran out of Coastal Carolina in his first year of Frontier League Baseball. 0-2 pitch. Fastball called strike 3. Just hit the edge of the zone and got him looking. Second time he's gone down looking today. And we have extra baseball. We'll head to the 10th here on the Otters Digital Network after a short break on 96.9 WYIR.
Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
We head to the 10th inning. Otters will send back out Alex Valdez after he went 1-2-3.
Gateway and Evansville will begin the respective half inning with the runner.
The international tiebreaker runner will be Jose Alvarez, barring a pinch runner, but the only player on the bench is Tanner Garrison, so very unlikely. Although I guess if they had a pitcher they thought was really fast, they could send one out there. But it's like Alvarez has to hurry up and get out there. He will zoom out there as Diaz will come to the plate, trying to get that run home from second base. Evansville's going to try to strand him. Another extra inning game. Third one of the week. First pitch squares the bunt, went and didn't get it, and he's behind 0-1. Diaz has a hit in this game. Otherwise, he's 0 for 3. 1 for 4 in the night. Squares around a bunt again. That one in the dirt gets away from Brown. He is going to throw it down to second, though, and it's not in time. Down to third base, I should say. Pitch in the dirt just got away enough. And now there's a runner at third, no one away. Counts at 1-1. And that is the last thing you need. This team has not been able to win one of these extra inning games, and you do not make it easy for yourself here. Diaz steps back in. One pitch, chopped foul, counts at 1-2. Valdez is going to have to pull a trick out of his hat to get out of this inning. Still tied. The Otters will also have a runner at second. They'll have a chance to match Gateway if that run does score. Infield is in. 1-2 pitch. High fly ball into left. Taylor's out towards it. That one's tailing away from him. It's going to fall in fair territory. That run's going to score, and Diaz is going to be able to stroll into second base.
Designated hitter, 32, Mark Schallenberger.
Now Mark Schallenberger is going to step in. So now you have to do the same thing as you were tasked to do in the first place, but now you're playing from behind. Schallenberger 0 for 3 with a walk. Corners are in. First pitch. Bender gets at the inside part of the plate, and he's ahead of him 0-1. Schallenberger, not a big bunt guy. They're not going to, at least it looks like they're not going to send him to bunt. Now corners are back. Next pitch. Pulled the string on him again. Swung at that one. Now he's behind 0-2. Now you just got to get to the bottom of this 10th inning, trailing by 1. Give your team a chance just to need to score that runner from second. 0-2 pitch in the dirt, stopped by Brown. Counts 1-2. Diaz leads off second base. Valdez is set, delivers the 1-2 pitch. Just misses low, it's 2-2. The Otters will have up Logan Brown, Keenan Taylor, and J.J. Cruz in their home half. Graham Brown at second base. So good speed at second base, but again, need, as Schallenberger calls time, you need to get to this bottom half, only trailing by 1. Valdez is set once again. Pitches from the stretch, the 2-2. Chopper towards first. Mendham will take it in. He will take it himself for out number 1, but Diaz does advance to third with only 1 away.
Third baseman, 12, DJ Stewart.
So with 1 away, it's DJ Stewart trying to get that ever so important insurance run in from third. There is action going on in the Otters bullpen. Infield's in. First pitch. Taken low for a ball. He starts ahead 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Chopper through the infield for a base hit. Add another run for Gateway. They now lead 6-4 here in the top of the 10th inning off that single from DJ Stewart.
Right fielder 6, Victor Castillo.
Next is Victor Castillo. Work's already cut out for this offense in the top half. Can't make it any harder for him. First pitch, runner takes off. That's a high fly ball into right field. Back on it is Benson and Brown. Brown is going to bring it in at the track for out number 2. Stewart will get back to first base after a loud out number 2.
Second baseman, 15, Dale Thomas.
Now it's Dale Thomas with 2 away. The Otters are 3-4 in extra innings games. But again, they've already lost 2 this week, both to Washington. First pitch to Thomas. That one just misses outside for ball 1. Valdez is set. The 1-0 pitch. High chopper towards third. Pierce will take it in on the hop. Throw to first is in time for out number 3. But Gateway gets 2. Work's going to be cut out for Evansville in the the bottom half of the 10th. Here on the Otters Digital Network and 96.9 WYIR.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org. Maintaining our independence becomes more and more vital as we age. Swerka and more can help you navigate this important journey by answering your questions and connecting you to free and unbiased community resources and support services. If you are seeking advice for yourself or a loved one, let Swerka be your first call. More information available at swerka.org or by calling 812-464-7800. Right now in Vanderburgh County, over 800 children are in the child welfare system waiting for someone to be their voice, and you could be that voice by becoming a court-appointed special advocate, a CASA volunteer. Donating just a few hours a month of your time can change a child's life forever. Vanderburgh County CASA invites you to join them. Stand up, speak out, be for the child, be a CASA. For more information, visit vandcasa.com. That's VAND-CASA.com.
The Otters need 2 here in the bottom of the 10th inning. They'll need these to score the international tiebreaker runner as well as an extra run. And they do have a new pitcher on the mound, but it doesn't get any easier because it's Alec Whaley. Whaley on the mound. Behind the plate is Jose Alvarez. That pitcher-catcher battery is sponsored by the Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at the Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call it 812-478. 812-475-9000. Completely blanked on the number. It's Logan Brown at the plate, Graham Brown at second base. But 2 runs in the top of the 10th inning put Evansville in a tough spot, and I mentioned this in the pregame show. You don't want to be down facing these pitchers, and here we are. First pitch outside, ball 1. Alec Whaley on the mound, making his 30th appearance of the season. The 1-0 pitch. Chopper back to the pitcher. They'll take the easy out at 1. Brown will advance to third base. But it is a quick out number 1 for Evansville.
Left fielder.
Tying run still at the plate.
Keenan Taylor.
Runner at third is Graham Brown. Whaley, mentioned this is his 30th game. He's given up runs in 3 of them. He'd given up 2 earned runs until he faced Evansville, where he gave up 6. First pitch pulled the string. Taylor's out in front of it, and he's behind 0-1. But other than that, he has been shut down and locked down. Pitched last night, pitched an inning and a third, struck out 1, only faced the minimum. 0-1 pitch, hard liner into left. That one is going to be caught by Mateo. Brown will take home to score a run. But unfortunately, that's not what the Otters need, and there's 2 away. Now it's J.J. Cruz.
Second baseman, number 17, J.J. Cruz.
The tying runner still at the plate. They now only trail 6-5. You still got to score that runner from home. Cruz steps in with 7 home runs on the season. First pitch, fastball that misses outside, and he jumps out in front 1-0. Whaley sets, delivers the 1-0 pitch. Swings at that one hard up the middle, off the glove of Whaley, towards the third baseman. Whaley, no one picks it up, and Cruz is safe at first. An infield single for J.J. Cruz extends the game to J.T. Benson.
The right fielder, number 9, J.T. Benson.
Now the tying run is at first base, and the winning run is at the plate. That one for Cruz was launched right back up the middle. Whaley tried to snag it, but he couldn't get it. It went off towards his right, towards the third baseman, Stewart. I don't think either of them were going to make the play, but then both of them tried to let the other one grab it. Either way, Cruz is safe at first. Represents the tying run. Benson's awaiting. He's 0 for 1. He steps into the right-handed batter's box. We do have a pinch runner. It's Randy Flores pinch running for J.J. Cruz.
Pinch runner, 45, Randy Flores.
Flores, the 24-year-old out of New York, New York. Already has a stolen base for Evansville this year. Whaley's set. First pitch. Outside ball. Stopped by the catcher, Alvarez. Benson ahead 1-0. Flores making his third appearance for the Otters this season. Fresh out of the Angels organization. The 1-0 pitch from Whaley. That one just gets back into the zone, evens the count up at 1-1. That one runs in just enough to catch the corner. Benson struck out swinging his only at-bat tonight. All-Star v. All-Star. Whaley v. Benson. 1-1 pitch, chopper towards third. Stewart takes it in, throws it to second, and it's in time. And the Otters drop another heartbreaking extra innings game. Gateway gets 2 in the top half of the 10th. The Otters get 1, but that's not enough. They get the tying run on the base paths. They get the winning run to the plate, but it isn't enough, and they lose their 11th in a row. We'll head to the Papa John's postgame show after a short break here on the Otters Digital Network.
Ballet Indiana is made up of local ballet professionals, dedicated parents, and community members in order to provide unique and life-enriching experiences for hundreds of young dancers, while carrying out their mission to inspire a lifelong appreciation for dance for both our dancers and the Evansville community. More information on Ballet Indiana and information about their upcoming performances is available at balletindiana.org.
Welcome into the Papa John's post-game show. Remember that Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and post-game shows, available every game night, 20 minutes before and 10 minutes after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network, the home team network, and at 96.9 WYIR. Evansville plays their third extra innings game this week, and they come out on the wrong side for the third time. This is their 11th loss in the month of July. It is their 6th one-run loss. They have been close in a lot of these games. They just haven't gone their way. And unfortunately, another one tonight that doesn't go their way. Evansville sent out Yohan Gonzalez, and he looks really good. Pitched 6 really good innings, gave up 3 runs, mostly off that 2-run home run from Dale Thomas. Walked 3, struck out 5. Nolan Thebe came in for an inning, gave up a run. Nick McCall pitched an inning, struck out 3 of the 4 batters he faced. And then Alex Valdez pitched 2 innings. Allowed 2 runs. One of those was the international tiebreaker runner. The other one came in after that double from Diaz. He advanced to third on a ground out, advanced to fourth on a ground out, and that was all she wrote for Evansville. They came back in the bottom of the 10th inning. They scored a run, but they needed a 2, and that was it. Gateway sent out Weinbergs. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, none of them earned. Alvary De Los Santos came in and pitched 2 innings, gave up a home run to tie it up at 4. Matt Hickey pitched 2/3 of an inning scoreless. Leone De La Cruz pitched a third of an inning, gave up a hit, but struck out the batter he needed to get out. King Collette pitched a clean inning, and then Alec Whaley pitched the 10th inning, where he did give up the international tiebreaker runner, but that was it. Held them scoreless, or held them to only 1 run in the 10th, and the Grizzlies win 6-5. Offensively for Evansville, they only managed 8 hits for the second night in a row. They did a better job of getting runners in, however. Logan Brown had 2 hits, a hit from Keenan Taylor, a hit from L.J. Jones, hit from Dennis Pierce, 2 from J.J. Cruz, and 1 from Ellis Schwartz. They used J.T. Benson in the bottom of the 8th inning with a chance to take the lead, but he struck out swinging. Randy Flores came in to pinch run, but then was thrown out at second base to end the ball game. Third straight game for for Logan Brown, where he had multiple hits. The solo shot from L.J. Jones, the big moment that tied the game up in the 7th inning. The Otters got a run in the 2nd inning off a walk, a bad pickoff, and a wild pitch. They scored 2 more in the 5th inning to tie it up at 3 at the time. Thanks to Haven Parks grounding out and allowing a run to score, as well as David Mindom reaching second via the error from the second baseman.
Let's see. You want to help me count down? We ready to count down?
As I mentioned, L.J. Jones scored the 4th run on that home run. They got their 5th run by essentially just sacrificing him over. Mindom grounded out, and sorry, Logan Brown grounded out. Graham Brown advanced to third. Keenan Taylor flew out, allowed Brown to score. J.J. Cruz singled, but Benson grounded out and ended the ball game. So Evansville, as I mentioned, loses their 11th straight. They drop another game. They drop to 21-34. Lake Erie won again tonight, so they will still only be 8.5 games out of the division, but these are games you just really want to win. Again, 6 one-run losses in the month of July, where they have gone 0-11. Hopefully they can find their way tomorrow. They'll send Garrett Simpson to the mound, still TBD, who will pitch for Gateway. And hopefully they can come back tomorrow and get a big win before this all-star break. They've already lost the series. Now they come back tomorrow trying to avoid the sweep. But that's going to do it for the Papa John's post-game show. Thank you so much for joining me on this Saturday night. Like I said, Otters come back tomorrow night. Sunday game will start at 5:05 p.m. Central. We'll be live at 4:45 p.m. as always for the Papa John's pregame show. And that'll do it for tonight's ballgame. Evansville loses 6-5. They drop to 21-34. And they'll come back tomorrow, hopefully, to salvage this series. That'll do it for me. I'm Lucas Macklin signing off. And as always, have a blessed night.